Mousetrap.
Hi, people. Shut up. Right. Welcome to the channel. Oh, jeez, chat's already alive. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
So, I believe.
Welcome to Mousetrap Live.
Mousetrap Live.
Sage Bun, which is Jenny. Completely confused us all by changing the name.
Mousetrap Live.
Right, cool. So welcome to the channel. If you're all here, you probably know we play D&D and other RPGs. I might get a little jingle done, but I don't have my glasses tonight, so I can't see the screen. But I can hear voices, so we're going to go with that. If you want to follow us on social media, we'll get that out of the way first.
God, Mel's not here.
Yeah, that's right, Bree.
I'm ready.
Go to Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Put in Heavyweight Gaming, you'll find us, and you'll get to see me posting about when we go live, what we got planned, what we're writing about, all that good stuff. Go check us out. Click the button that's needed to follow it. That's good. If you want to go listen to or watch, all our hundreds of hours of stories we've done over the last 3 years, COVID-y stuff. And then you can go to YouTube and you'll get to see a ton of it. If you want to listen to it.
Sorry. There's a response to TikTok.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that was Dave and Dave last night. Saturday night.
I swear to God, Niall, if you keep spamming this, I will time you out.
Yeah, Niall.
So, if you want to listen to all the stories, you can go to Spotify or Anchor, put in Heavyweight Gaming, Heavyweight RPG, When Glory's Not Enough, Heavyweight RPG, Fables Among Titans, Dice of the Beholder, Chronicles of Needham. Where are we at on the carbon stuff?
I've just been signed off work for a month, so they'll all be up this week.
What a lemon. I love it. So, so you'll get that as well. So go to Anchor and Spotify, you get to listen to it while you're driving or looking after your kids or put them in a cupboard somewhere. But yeah, go check it out. So that's either YouTube. Discord, come and join our Discord. We love people that talk nerdy and we'll talk nerdy to you. It's all glorious and lovely and beautiful. So come and join us on Discord. That's them things. Right, you ready for sponsors? Ready, Ray?
Yeah, ready.
Siren, battle mats. So if you, we are sponsored. This campaign, this channel even. They sponsor everything. They're amazing. Sirenscape. They provide all our musical ambience, sound sets, dragonfire, nice towns, sea waves of glory. Storms, tundras, all that good stuff. Really, really cool for creating an ambience around your table. If you've got a laptop, a Bluetooth device, a phone, whatever you've got that can play sound and hook it up to the internet. Really, really cool what they do. If you play online like we do, your fellow players can get the web app, download it. One of you hosts the game, plays the music. It's super cool in your own living room all by yourself.
Up in Sirenscape.
Oh yeah. Coyote Grey. If you go to
it's wrong. Can you use Loki, please?
Sorry, Coyote. Loki Battle Mats. Go check out Loki Battle Mats. Follow the link that just they do battle mats. So giant bucket battle mats, A3, 4, 1, 6, all over the shop. They just do maps of every possible scenario you could think of. They also do digital versions of everything they make. They've done sci-fi and cyberpunk and high fantasy, gritty fantasy. They do all manner of battle mats. So go check them out. You'll get to see a lot of them in our charity stream next week. Coyote, great. Yeah, we go. Do you look at Roll20 and think, this is good, but I want chibi tokens. I have never read this before. Well, we did, and Coyote Grey thought the same. So you can also get chibi tokens by following this link.
You look at Roll20?
I like that. If you go to the marketplace, look for Coyote Grey, you'll get to see over 1,000 chibi tokens that he's put up there. They're unbelievable. I use them all the time on my cyberpunk games, fantasy games. They're incredible. So yes, there are 3 top sponsors. We do, from time to time in this campaign, use maps from 2 Minute Tabletop. They're super cool, hand sketch, really cool, quirky, some great personality in the maps they've made. Go check them out, give them some love. They're good at what they do as well. And if you've got a DM's Guild and type in Tasha's Heavier Crockpot Bits and Bobs or Frank and Kenzie's Tradesfolk Compendium, you will see 2 supplements created by the lovely nerds involved at Heavyweight Gaming. They've done artwork, they've done spells, they've done subclasses, they've done feats, they've done nice little Easter eggs and thank yous to the small businesses that have given us a bit of a boost along the way. Okay, Tony, that is definitely you moving something. Don't do it. I can see your shoulders all over the place. All right. Oh, My, that was loud. Your microphone
I have.
works.
It does.
Next
Just
time,
mute it.
don't, scrape. Yeah.
I shall mute.
So yeah, go check out those on DM's Guild. What else have we got? Just charity stuff for next week?
Yeah, why not?
Next Saturday, 30th. Oh, this coming Saturday, sorry. The 30th to the 31st. Noon till noon. We are doing another 24-hour D&D5e ed one-shot in the world of Colossus, in the Nation of Fury, unless the Dungeon Master takes us elsewhere. But that's where we think we're starting, okay? It will be Dungeon Mastered by Eddie, aka Mr. Valentine. Yeah, I would not turn up to that. We are raising money for Jerry Green Dog Rescue. They operate 4 centres across 3 counties. Their centres are in Lincolnshire, Yorkshire and Nottinghamshire, and they work out to rescue, care for, rehome, stray, abandoned and unwanted dogs. So come and help them find their forever homes. They're really, really good. A lot of our friends up north get their dogs from them. So we want to, hopefully raise a few quid from them. I think we've got like 50 quid going at the minute. But we've done 6 grand in the last few years. So let's
It's
get
payday this week as well.
It is
so
payday
you'll be
Friday
alright,
for
yeah.
most of you, a bit earlier for some.
Wednesday.
So you don't need bills. Think of the puppies. All right? Pay the money to the dog place. If you've got no pennies, cool. Mug someone. Cost nothing to mug someone. Fact.
Also, it's my birthday, so instead of giving me a gift, donate.
And if you weren't going to give him a gift, donate.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, please throw in a few quid if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. But it would be nice if you can shout about it as loud as you can. So hopefully folks can get a bit of there's a word for it, exposure. There you go. So yes, the weekend after, we're up in Manchester for GSCon at the Manchester Metropolitan Met University. I think it's the full title. But yeah, full weekend of it, full gaming con. It's another charity con. They're raising money for basically gamers that use gaming as their therapy for their mental health and such. And it's a really cool cause, and hopefully they're going to do really well out of it. But I'll be there all weekend with our own heavyweight gaming seminar room that holds 300 people. If 300 of you just happen to be walking past. We're going to hook up Sirenscape, we're going to run some one-shots, we're going to talk nerdy. The entire Tuesday crew are there, and 1 or 2 of the Mondays, I believe. That's right, Etheria Wave. So you'll get to see a bunch of nerds that are all on this channel. Same weekend as Stupid Lab. But yes. So if you can come along to that, it'd be great. If you do, get your ticket, 10% off, put the code in Emrys10. She plays on our Tuesdays. It's Andrea, known as Jade. Emrys Plays is her Twitch channel. She's a really cool streamer, and is currently smashing GTA 5 to bits. So yeah, go check out that. Anything else? Nope. We're good. Bits. T-shirts. Go to Redbubble. Type in Heavyweight Gaming. Find 2 T-shirts. One is me holding up the world. Exact replica of me holding up the world. Other one. There is no dragons in Colossus. We got a T-shirt that proves it. And if you like the artwork, and a lot of the artwork that you'll see in the charity streams and stuff like this, and essentially an artist I've got on tap. We've got a subscription going to it. You just don't know it yet. But go check out Errant Flame on Instagram. Super cool artist, and I love her artwork. I get to do lots of stuff, so please check her out. If you have been paid early and you've got loads of bits on your Twitch account, or however bits work, I don't really know, and you'll feel sorry for the adventurous monkey face. Yeah, biggie. 400
Specifically
bits.
for Tony.
For me.
For Tony.
Just for me. Thank you, Biggie.
Tony,
They're all
I might
Tonys
drop
anyway.
yours to like 1 bit a reroll. Just so if you like monkey faces, donate 200 bits /cheers to give the party a reroll. They can't be used on the DMO, that's me, or death saving throws, that's them. And they don't roll over to the following week, but there is no longer a cap. So whereas before we used to say no, only a few. Turns out these lot can't roll dice, Tony. So feel free to throw as many as you want. If you are a sadist, and I'm looking at Dwarf Warrior and Sam if they're in the chat. If not, I'll remind you when he comes back later. You can throw 500 bits in, and I get a reroll, and I will use it to ruin their 2-hour, well-thought-out plan. Instead of standing 20 feet away, I will move them 10 feet closer. So, is that good? Is that everything?
Yeah, why not?
Recap. Let's get some music going. so chat, just so you know, if you're randomly new. The sound mixer is on the same as the players, so if it's the Sunscape music gets too loud, please let me know, and I will try and turn it down for you. Right, well, I'll tell you what I am going to do, get rid of this bloody cyberpunk. Sage, 200 bits, thank you.
Thank you, Sage.
Still got my cyberpunk background on. Where is my... Boom, there we go. Ancient, not Greece. Ta-da! Right, where are you? You're in Ataria, stabbing people. So...
we just had Gideon in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been talking about it all week. I was just trying to be funny about, but cheers. You are... Just wanted to remind Etheria, yeah? We had Gideon whoop Etheria's ass. But it was...
I think it was close.
It was close. Knife edge. So, you are heading away from the town of Clayeye after Moral Dilemmas and Lammies, which I should have called the episode, now I thought about it. You headed north. You dived into a chest in the middle of nowhere, bought 2 children to take on grand adventures, known as Cup and Spoon. And if anything, when we finally save the world together, guys, we will revisit a one-shot and see what Cuppy and Spoony got up to.
Spoony. This is all like a hallucination from Bjorn's part. Like.
Everyone else is just straight up denying the fact. So you where's my map? So you are heading to Lento, where you are hoping to meet a friend of Alexander's. You hit the bridge that crosses the river Teardrop. Raindrop? Teardrop? What have I called that fucking thing? What did I call the river? The Teardrop River?
What was that? I know that.
Thank you, Uli.
Raindrop River. There you go.
Thank you.
Don't know my own shit. You got more bit?
I'm going to need them.
Look, Tony needs them. Don't restrict this. It's only for Tony. These are Tony bits.
So, while we talk about Tony's bits, you were heading north and you got to the bridge that crosses the Raindrop River. Slightly northeast up the river is the town of Seathea. You can see it from where you are. It would probably take you half a day up the river or just walking along the riverbank to get to Seathea if you so wished. But it is night time when you got to the bridge. You chilled out, settled down, spoke to a few folk, basically got ready to just... It seems a bit of a way station or a support. All I can hear is bits, Peggy! You can't give yourself bits.
For the hype train.
Alright, cool. So
No, would you stop supporting the channel?
And she's
Yeah, right?
and also she's not giving herself bits, she's giving Tony bits.
At the Raindrop River, where the bridge is, Etheria, you fought a young boy called Gideon. You fought in a 1v1, you exchanged your sword cultures. I don't even know what a sword cultures. I don't even know what that is. Uli is gifted 1 sub. Oh, okay. Cheers, Uli. I don't know what these notifications are.
Thanks,
Oh,
Biggie.
to Sam! There you go!
It's been gifted to Sam.
Hey!
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Woohoo! Hype train.
And a reroll from Biggie.
Jesus. Sam, you can now put in your 500
Choo
bits if you want.
choo.
So, yeah, you're at the Raindrop River. You had a 1-to-1 with Gideon. Blades were clashed. There was a... yeah, it was pretty good. You also met the bloody capped fair creature that was with Gideon called Ronan, who apparently likes apples and flipping the bird. Bjorn and Althea, you had a lovely conversation regarding your lineage, or at least Althea's. Yeah, at least Althea's lineage. Faze prayed to the Red Lady, and there was anger involved.
Got bollocking.
Or was you bollocking yourself? Who knows? Faith is weird.
Thanks, maybe one X, another reroll.
Velk got out the family tree and showed all the little black and white portraits of everyone. Velk's also been seeing gnomes, a turtle, monks, and 2 silhouettes within the stories that he's retelling of his current adventurers. It's night time. you're all settling down. Gideon was invited to the campfire of the many around the bridge on both sides. You got to know him a little bit. Discovered he was dead, and still pottering around with his sword. But yeah, you've done your little conversations with each other. You've spoke to Velk. You've done your prayers. It is time to sleep, if you so wish. The bridge life is pretty. It's like a chilled summer bar sort of feel to it. There are a couple of stalls, maybe one or two this side, one or two on the other side that may sell alcoholic beverages if Bjorn's not already floating on his tippy toes towards it. But yeah, there is a very sort of like I say, summer's beer garden feel to both sides of the bridge across this river. I mean, it's a henchy river, but and other than the guards upon it, you have the evening or to sleep.
I think we left it with me and Faye's taking watch because I was doing the little like summary bits.
Hence the taunt and stuff. Okay. You were at first. You deliberately looked, didn't you?
Mhm.
Yeah, and you could see the same thing. Cool. So other than that, you notice obviously Ronan and Gideon. There you go, pottering about their business as your companions. Pull up their sleeping bags and such, or just chill out because it's hot as shit in Atoria. And yeah, your watch time passes without any disturbance.
What I would like to do about halfway through the watch is just wander back down to the river, but I want to try and make sure no one sees me go.
When you say no one, do
Not
you
my
mean
group,
do you mean
not
the
Val.
gnome you sat next to, or
No, I mean other people.
okay? So you don't mind your group seeing. You're just going to try and slip down to the riverside, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Give me a stealth check. I mean, you said it.
I know. I'm just so stealthy. It's amazing. Okay.
Literally me there, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be accurate because it was a 8.
Cool. So that's the DC for my perception checks on you. Off you go.
Okay, I'm just going to walk down anyway and sit by the river for a minute and just sort of casually take the head out the bag and drop it in the river. I don't know that I'm not being stealthy.
I'm done with this now.
I don't want to carry a rotting head around in my bag anymore.
You see a guard on the bridge, just kind of look down at you. What are you throwing in the river?
Food. Leftover food. Thought the
Wait.
fish might like it.
Give me a deception check. Ain't no planet a fish has ever gone, ah, fancy chewing on a human head. Either
Six
perhaps,
Limit shot.
Actually, fish absolutely would, but that's not the point. 16.
Piranha.
it's not a fish. Oh, Jesus. Shit. Myself.
The dogs on the camp aren't happy, even more than usual.
Well, they believe you. Oh, okay. And just kind of goes back, gives you look, just rests against the stone of the stone wall of the bridge. And
We'll
you
spend 5 minutes watching it.
plink
fall
plink
down
fizz,
stream.
drop the Jesus. Throw the head into the or casually throw the head into the water. Splish splash. It doesn't float. It will eventually sink.
Good. Sorry, that's really loud carbon. And then I'll return to sitting next to Velk with my lighter, less gore-filled bag.
Hey up, Jelly. This is Friday the Artist, by the way, and it's not got a head in it. Still might be a little bit gory in there.
Yeah, close enough.
I mean, just you know. Cool. You doing anything else during your watch? Any other? No. Okay. All right, Dexter. So, what are you doing, Velk? Cool.
Being muted and stuff. Like, yeah.
Sit out,
My lip region's not what it once was.
just gonna sit out the watch.
How do you wake up for your next watch, if anyone? Do you need a watch? Are you that scared? Are you that scared?
Yes. I will poke Althea.
Cool, Althea, you get poked.
Just
Right in the face.
as she wakes up, she kind of like raises a fist and then realizes it's Faye's. And like,
Goes
No.
for anyway.
yeah, and then punches her.
You should really work on your aggression on waking up.
It's not aggression. It's just being on guard. I'd rather be like that than die in my sleep.
It's a bit
It says your
aggression.
only options, Fizz.
Yeah.
Good night, Althea. Thank you.
Good night.
I'm gonna walk off like definitely aggression.
yeah.
Seems very aggressive.
Head to bed as well.
Dish.
Little nightcap and all.
Right, Althea, you on your Todd?
I will wake up Rhea to have a watch with me.
Got a couple of hours for your watch. Again, you know, the nightlife quieting down a little bit, but there's still a shift of guards on and a few folk that obviously prefer being awake at night and maybe sleeping through the day, who knows? But there is an ambience. Do you wish to do anything in your couple of hours or just chill out and watch?
Just chill out on my part.
Ray, you? No? Vibing? I don't recognise you at all with the not Disney princess. It's freaking me out. And
You just muted yourself.
I knew that. I can turn it on if you want.
I know. So, give me a perception check, the both of you. Not the pair of you, the both of you.
I don't even have my character sheet open. Jesus Christ.
Oh, but you're ready to punch someone. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know where Ree stops and Althea starts, to be honest.
Yesterday. What did you get, Ray? 15?
17.
17.
I got a 12.
So to you, Althea, no out of the ordinary. Faze looks lighter on the hip. Just one hip. Rhea, you notice that Gideon, even though he said he didn't sleep, is laid down with his eyes closed in a smaller camp just away from you, yourselves. And Ronan is just sat there munching more apples. And every now and then he'll look straight at you, just nod, and then carry on looking off in a distance, eating his apple.
But look at that look on Rhea's face.
Oh,
You okay?
it's a
It's
puppy.
pretending to be asleep.
Get the
Oh,
cuteness out of my face. Right? You don't
It's
do cute in
pretending
this
to be
house.
asleep.
Sorry, I can't help myself. Right, AD?
What are you doing in my house? God, I hate you.
Oh, it's a puppy.
Right. Get a job and get out.
No, I'm not getting a job.
Your pocket money's going down.
You get a job.
You're ready.
Yeah.
Another one.
You low life.
Embrace this Rabsy Nesbit best. So, do you do what, Ray, or are you happy to just be
No,
like,
it's just-
cool, little red cap staring at me?
Oh, I'll play talking. I'm right. Gideon's pretending to sleep, and the other one that eats apples is just like looking at me every so often and nodding. Am I doing something?
Not that I can see. Maybe Gideon likes keeping the routine or something. Maybe they miss being able to sleep and just wants to lay down for a bit. I don't know.
It's
I don't know about the guy with the red hat though. He's just weird.
I don't like it. And she just kind of looks over exactly like this, just like.
He gives you a big toothy grin with just like bits of apple in it and jokes dribbling down his chin and takes another bite.
What's with the apples?
Maybe he's cursed or something.
I've had enough of food-based curses so far.
Fucking
Whatever's
I loved
gross
it.
is
Rats.
making me
I
Rats.
love
Shouts out rats for his sleep.
I don't trust that they're
and beyond
apples.
farts and it stinks. Dead rat.
They are 100% frogs.
Cool, good.
She knows that this is a fight and she can't win, so she.
How far away from them are we? Like, how far away are they sat?
Only about 40 feet. They're just there's loads of little camps everywhere.
Hmm. I'm just gonna say then, like in a normal kind of level voice, say like, "What's with the apples? Why do you keep eating apples?
I like them.
But do you not get ill? Like when you eat too much fruit, it sometimes can turn your tummy. Does it not affect you like that?
Some of us have a decent constitution, Slim.
It's not about having a decent constitution. It's just how bodies work."
You tell me you get put down by apples.
It's just weirdly obsessive.
Yeah, it's just a bit strange.
And I like to
Stop watching me eat
obsess
apples, you weirdos.
You keep looking at me.
Not to do with the apple, though, is it?
No, but it's weird in the way that you
Not
eat
seen
it.
one of
It's
your
really
lot
gross.
for forever. So you're interested. Takes another bite of his apple.
I'm-
Pretend to
I'm
Ray like,
Raya.
yeah, you're interesting.
He looks down at herself and she's like, I'm just Raya.
And I'm just Ronan. Takes another bite.
That eats a crazy amount of apples.
It's like my third apple.
After the past 5 minutes,
It's
You
still
realise
only,
how much you're
it's
eating?
3 apples.
Where'd you get your apples?
Where do you lot live?
in the
Victoria?
woods.
That 3 apples is a vast number. Like
5 minutes?
you've never eaten 3 apples in 5 minutes.
Bet you could
Feels
though.
like.
You should try it.
Oh no, we're not betting.
How many apples
No,
could
don't
you eat in
wanna bet
5
with you.
minutes, do you reckon?
About 3.
Where'd you get your apples from? Are they special apples or are they just wherever you are?
Yes, they're special apples.
What? I don't.
What makes them special?
They're mine. I wrested them from the fingers of a dead ogre.
Ugh, they must taste weird because ogres smell.
Yeah. Bites his apple again.
What are you still eating?
Of course I like.
You have that curse that we just saw?
Yes.
That is not great. Watch your fingers.
He kicks Gideon again and goes, "Still your watch?" And remains laid there with his eyes closed. Ronan's just like, "You want an apple? I'll give you one that's not ogre apples."
You said that's where you get your apples from, so now I don't trust any of your apples.
Cool. More for me.
How many do you have?
He looks at the small bag next to him. About 6.
Are apples your favourite food or what else do you like to eat?
Off to bed.
Bye bye.
Oh,
Bye.
They got it the first
Bye.
time, dude.
Good night.
What else do I like to eat?
Cabbage.
Cabbages.
do you eat them, sort of multiple of them in a row, or is that just an apple thing?
Depends how many I've got. He kicks Gideon again and again. He's like, "Nope, still you." I hate this.
Ray just looks away.
Finally. Do you want an apple? Looks at it.
Yeah, I will try one of your special ogre apples.
He just reaches into his bag and gives you an apple.
I will look at it. Does it look like an apple?
Give me an investigation check. Shut your mouth, Beyond.
I was wondering whether she was going to kick it again.
Just boot it into the forest. That's a 12. 13 minus 1.
Looks like an apple.
I will bite into it.
It tastes like an apple. I mean, it's not the best apple you've ever had, but it's not the worst. It's just a decent
I
apple.
will continue eating it and say thank you.
You are very welcome. He just does that to you.
I'll do it back.
He nods, smiles, big toothy green apple everywhere.
Ray's just kind of side eye Althea and make sure she's not eating her fingers.
Can I
I'll
ignore you two again?
yeah.
You weren't ignore.
I was acknowledging you, and then you just kept looking and then started. Apples, anyway. Kicks Gideon again. Half hour more. I hate this kid.
I'll go back to ignoring him.
Cool. Do you do anything else for your passing of your time? Who do you wake up, if anyone?
FaZe and Etheria. Not FaZe, sorry, Bjorn and Etheria.
FaZe, you're doing another session.
Yeah.
Spent the entire campaign on 2 levels of exhaustion. Cool, Etheria and Bjorn, you are woken up with Althea's got apple carving around.
Is it morning? Is that breakfast?
Couple
Almost.
hours, yeah,
Finish
but,
your watch first.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Now you two are up and about. Do you wish to do anything with your watch?
Look around for apples.
You go looking for apples.
Althea was holding an apple core. They're just going to look around.
Of course.
Are there
I
any
got it
apples?
from the angry little apple man. If he's not eaten them all already.
The name's
you might
Ronan.
Ronan, the angry little apple man.
I'll take
Yeah.
it.
I think he's a red cap.
He's an angry little apple man. Yeah, good night.
Okay.
What does Bjorn and Etheria wish to do? Or not do?
Well, I've already seen some of swords this night.
Yep.
So, just sit, keep an eye out, and keep Beyond company.
Etheria, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Well, I have known you out of the rest of the party for the longest. So, I just wanted to... I suppose we have not had much of a chance to talk about how you think the journey is going.
Well, we're still alive. You're still alive.
Yes, it has been a shock to a great many people I have known throughout my life.
Well, obviously, well, I think we let the town down a little bit, but we did what we could, I guess. We have a path.
I have had time to think on the town a little, and unfortunately, considering most of them were eating of the free food and drink before we actually arrived, that town's fate was perhaps sealed with or without us.
That could be true. Gabriel actually told me to look out for my drinking friend, and I completely misunderstood. I thought it meant like roulette, and you'd already kicked your roulette habit, so I'm sorry I've possibly let you down there.
I did not have a roulette habit. I just, to be polite, played it more than twice.
Yeah, okay. The third time was the charm, I guess.
Yes.
But yeah, I suppose you could be right about the town. Maybe there was... or maybe it already reached the tipping point before we got there. I wonder why it didn't kick in sooner, though. We didn't see people eating hands and rats that had died.
And perhaps it was something to do with Gutonius and an activation, which is why obviously I did not start to eat myself until later on that evening.
Yeah. Well, that little thing was doing the cooking. Are we taking that everywhere now?
I think so. At least as long as it is bound to Rhea.
I don't like it.
You have mentioned previously that a lot of your training is in opposition of that which is fiendish.
Yeah, my clan is responsible for fighting the fiends and things of that nature. And Well, I would do it because it seems to like rain. It seems to be friendly, and it'd be like killing a fiend's cat. I guess it'd be a bit wrong, wouldn't it? But
Not really. You should have picked dog, then I might agree with you.
you don't like cats?
No, I am not a fan.
But they're cute.
No, I feel like if they had opposable thumbs, they would take over the world. Tabaxi terrify me.
Just then.
Tabaxi literally terrify me.
Yeah, I've met a couple. The ones I know are probably not the nicest people, but I don't know if that's just because nobody really liked me that much.
Well, if we meet any Tabaxi on our travels, you can do all of the talking.
I can try. I don't think I'm the best at that, but
I do not know. I'm sure the rest of our group would prefer I did less talking when we meet people.
people react well to you.
I think you have missed out on some interactions with people.
You called them friend, and they seem to agree mostly. Well, there was that one guy, but
After a bit like a 10-minute argument about the meaning of the word friend, yes, I suppose eventually.
So you won the argument.
Most people do not have to argue upon immediately meeting someone. I think it is just I have a way about me.
Yeah. Well,
I like the group we have found, though.
yes, I do.
They are much nicer than that Tabitha bitch.
I wonder where she went.
I wonder.
She seemed okay, but yeah, she didn't take to you. Maybe you are right.
Exactly. I would have had probably a better relationship with the pirate captain who robbed us.
Oh.
I am going to kill him.
I won't stop
by
you.
the way. I will get you your 10 gold back.
Yeah. Well, I got some money since, but that was supposed to help me on my way a little. I'm not sure whether he got to keep the gold, but no. I'll help you kill him when it comes to it.
I'm sure we will find opportunities to get more or earn more.
Yeah. So, completely different topic, but your axe, it has a name.
Yes, it is called Tekaisen.
What does that mean?
I am sorry, but unfortunately I do not know.
Who named your axe?
Costa. The name of the axe came to me in a dream. It is a Viconian word, or it at least sounds Viconian, or Viconian in origin, but unfortunately I do not know its meaning.
What's the Viconian word for axe?
It is not Tekaisen.
Makes sense. I'm just checking.
Even I would think of something that simple.
Just so you know, Bjorn, the Viconian word for axe is axe with an accent.
It is axe. This is my axe.
Well, I know it's silly, but my mum used to tell me stories of all the legendary weapons and their wielders and all that stuff. Things like, I think most of them made up, like the Sword of Omens and things like, and Glamdring and things like that. I always wanted weapons such as that.
Glamdring.
Yeah, I think it was
Sounds like a dance you can only do when you're drunk.
You're
glamdring about.
She made it sound better.
Sounds like I'm getting sued.
Yeah. But they all sounded so awesome and stuff, and well, I've never been that good with a blade, but
Weapons that have names tend to have been used in a way that the weapon or the wielder earned the name for them. Or they were incredibly arrogant and, having completed no deeds or any heroics, gave the sword the name, and eventually the story grew big enough that it stuck.
Yeah. I don't think my sword's earned a name yet.
And when it does, I'm sure you will choose a good one.
Maybe.
You will know when you are ready, when you have done enough. If you wish for your sword to have a name, I'm sure one will come to you.
And my sister just called it Stabby.
Is your sister little?
She's younger. Not that small now, but yeah.
You have a very... you are very short. So when you say not that small now, still shorter than you?
Well, I think she'll get into my height by the time I left. She might be taller now. Not slight though. Although, yeah.
Elves tend to be spindly things.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing spindly in Colossus.
Everything's thick.
Yeah.
With 2 C's.
Thick or dead. You muted me.
But when it comes
Thick
to
or
your...
Dead is the next T-shirt. Sorry.
Thick or dead.
Yeah.
I'll do a drawing for it.
When it comes to your weapon, the rituals you do with it, do they have meaning?
I was taught some of them just as ways to look after my blade. You need to look after your tools, but sometimes it just feels right. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I was told to keep them in shape, and yeah, it just felt like it needed more sometimes.
Do you make you feel more connected to your blades?
Yeah. Strange things happen sometimes, but yes.
Strange as in your magics?
Yes. Last night, part of the blade disappeared.
Disappeared as in became ethereal?
Yeah, my hand passed through it.
But it was still visible?
Was it still visible?
In a ghost-like way, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was almost... It was kind of there. It was translucent. Almost like when I use too much magic and my colour goes. It's like it faded.
I hope it does not do so in the middle of battle. An ethereal blade that passes through your target does not sound very effective.
I hadn't thought of that. No.
Or perhaps you can just make it disappear for ease of use, like mine, and I'll make the axe disappear.
Jealous. How do you do that?
It is, or has always been known to me since the axe was gifted by custom. I could summon it when I wished. I believe it was part of the gift from custom.
Is it always the axe? Can you do it with other weapons, or...?
I have not tried, but an axe is one of the finest weapons if used correctly. And why would I want it to be a different weapon?
I don't know. What if you wanted to attack something from afar? Could you do it with a bow, an arrow?
I would just throw the axe.
Can you call it back?
Yes. And I'll call the axe. Throw it at the nearest tree.
Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
You'll be
Can we
shocked,
please
but the
call the
tree's AC is quite low.
Can we please call the axe Jonathan?
It's a battle axe, so it's not a throwing weapon.
Can we?
So disadvantage or
Don't add your
proficiency?
proficiency to it.
Don't add
Yeah.
my proficiency. Okay, cool. So that's a 17.
Cool. So the tree's AC is 30. You you hit the tree. Your axe embeds in the tree.
Okay. And then turn my hand. The axe disappears from the tree, and then I call it back to my hand.
That is cool. I can do that when I imbue my blade with shadow, but I'm not very good at throwing it.
This though is not actually is quite heavy, so that is not the most effective use of Costa's gift.
It's messed that tree up.
The tree is quite close. From something a bit further away, I would use Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
I can do that. Shouts Gideon from his pretend sleep.
Can you?
Yeah.
You have magic?
Yeah.
Were you not watching in the fight?
He misstepped. Yes.
Yeah. That was after. Yeah. I got some magics.
I'd like a rematch someday.
Okay.
Possibly not now.
Well,
But-
if you're ever in the Copper Forest or Ravenholm, just and you know,
Yeah, a friendly bout.
you see Ronan stare at you like they're munching on an apple.
You don't believe in friendly bouts, Renan?
Oh yeah, just think you get your ass handed to you again, Pinky.
That's how you get better.
Yeah, you keep believing that.
Can you fight?
Nah.
Are you
I don't fight. I just kill my enemies.
without fighting? Do you give them poisoned apples?
Now and then. Fights back and forth.
Look down at Althea.
It's alright. It's not how bodies work, she told me.
Good. Lean over Althea, see if I can hear breathing.
See that? You see that? You see how I just fucking fish up? Look at that! Come on, Althea! Didn't even put bait on, just dived on the hook, just dived on it. Fucking gladiators. Medicine check on Althea?
Medicine check.
Assuming you are trying to check for breath.
I'm listening for breath, yeah. Ooh. 15.
15? She's in a coma. So
I
her
think
breathing
so.
is super shallow. But she is out, like, she's deep sleep.
Should we wake Althea up, Bjorn?
Might want this. He's just got a little green vial in his hand.
Gideon,
Yeah?
is he serious?
Yeah, she did take fruit from her fear. She won't die, she just won't wake up.
In a poker with my sheathed sword.
See,
Can we please have the antidote?
you can.
Thank you. I'll hold out my hand.
He throws it. Don't drop it!
Catch it.
Give me a dex check.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ. Yes! Natural 20. 23.
DC's 10, but okay.
Sorry, 22.
You catch it
Overkill.
really well.
I'll take it.
It's like a what do you call them? The thumb
Thimble.
thimble.
A thumble.
A thumble.
Thumble's a bell.
You
Thumble.
it's a thimble's worth of this green liquid in this little glass vial.
Okay. I will attempt to kind of coax Althea's mouth open and pour it in.
Do you sleep like full on, like teeth clenched, like?
Yeah, she sleeps like this.
Angry
She
sleeping.
sleeps on her front mat.
Yeah.
Angry
With a
sleeping,
sign
that's
on
what
the
it
back
is.
of her head.
Yeah, jaw clenched.
I'll eat you. With the medicine check of Etheria and your knowledge of applying medicines in the tundras, you were easily able to just, pop.
Put the whole thing in and just make me crunch glass.
Get ready to run beyond. She can be energetic in waking.
Althea doesn't wake up, but you see her shift her body and get comfortable, whereas before she was like just
like a sim.
However she was laid, that's how she laid. There was no But now she adjusts herself, breathes deeply, and is comfortable again. Bit of colour in her cheeks.
Little snore.
You just look at Ron, is that?
Do we tell her?
No.
Agreed.
Some Fae gonna die.
At least until we are away from London. And then perhaps we tell her what we did and how we saved her life. Or perhaps the next time one of the party possibly mentions how idiotic I was for eating so much in the town, and how eating without due care and attention got me in a lot of trouble. We could perhaps mention that Althea would be in a deep, deadly sleep if not for us.
Yeah. It'd make a good story.
I'll keep it in my pockets for a later date.
Yeah. I didn't know keeping people alive would be a full-time job.
That is what clerics literally do. It is their job.
I'm not a cleric.
But Fae's not keeping people alive. Apparently not so much that kind of cleric. More like keeping them dead. Or making them dead. Which they are very good at.
You see the sun rising, like really fast. As you spend the rest of your watch learning
Just
all about clerics.
Gabbing. Literally just gabbing to each other.
Chatting shit.
Gideon does the most fakest yawn ever. Does a bit of a stretch and he's like rolling around and stuff and starts putting his chainmail and that back on. You hear him and Ronan exchange a conversation of Ronan going, "Why bother? Like, I don't understand." And Gideon basically says similar to what Althea said earlier, that he just misses it. It reminds him of when he was with his family and just like waking up and hearing people's voices and stuff like this. It's just a habit, a tradition, a ritual that keeps him sane. That he's a 10-year-old Death Knight. But yeah. And the morning is yours. To cross over the bridge, the guards have changed faces. Same guards, just changed their face. And the new shift is there. There are different folk around. People have already made their way earlier in the night. Some are arriving from the north on the other side of the bridge. Or even a couple of folk heading from where the direction you've came from towards the bridge. They seem to be in a caravan of just sacks of whatever is on the back of their wagons and such. Maybe 8 people or so coming towards you. Well, not towards you, but towards the bridge. And your journey to Lento is still a couple of days trekking at least the naturally made road that would lead to Lento that many folk have probably trod, unless you wish to go off-road. What's the plan, kids? You're all awake. Velk is back in, weird mode.
I do not
back in
know.
day mode.
I do not know how everyone else feels or thinks about it, but that caravan came from the same way we did. Perhaps they passed through Clay Eye, or have news from further south.
We can ask, for sure. I don't think I should do it. I'm not necessarily the most approachable person.
I will
Come
talk
across
to
as a
her.
little weird.
I'll do it.
You're very approachable, Rhea.
But you're a lot weird.
But in a good way.
Do I feel any particular kind of way this morning, or do I just wake up like normal?
You feel like you've. So when you used to train super hard, and then your first few fights and that, and you get that absolute draining of adrenaline, and your sugars have gone and everything after a hard fight, and you're just so wiped out. And then you spend the next few days in recovery in the hot tubs and the cold ice baths and the massages and that. You feel like that. You feel in that euphoric, rested state of that's actually quite comfortable, you know, sleeping by the river and stuff.
Okay.
Nice smell of apples in the air.
Apples and saliva.
Right. So you're going to mix your orders. Anything else? Head out?
Let's go.
Go. You head over the bridge. Once on the other side of the bridge, as you leave the bridge on the far side, you see a rainbow just kind of how do I word it? In the periphery of your vision. You just kind of look, but the rainbow's gone. Althea, you know this to be because of the Raindrop River, and there is just a essence of arcane around it. There are stories about it, that it was once water that ran down a rainbow to here, and you know, that sort of mythology around the river. And it's kind of a touristy thing now that folks don't believe it till they see it, sort of thing. And if you look for it, the rainbow is not there. But if you're not looking for it and you cross the bridge of the Raindrop River, you get to see a rainbow. So anyone freaking out, you can explain that. Or not, it's up to you. Oh my god, we're under attack! It's demons.
Rainbow means if you see the rainbow, it's bad luck in general. That's what she'll tell. It's a bad omen.
The caravan AD that was coming from the south.
Stops on the other side and starts unpacking to essentially do what you lot did and rest. It appears that they will be resting through the day, or at least chilling out through the day for however long, you don't know. But they seem to be unloading a fair amount of camp gear. It's all tight and nailed.
Could we have chatted to them before we went over?
If you want. I asked. And you all ignored me.
Rhea, did you want to speak to the caravan before we went over the bridge?
Yes.
Are you turning into a dog?
Turn into a caravan.
Yeah. But not an owl bear. Ooh, God
Not-
forbid.
not an owl bear.
God forbid.
Yeah.
I will follow
Nerds not.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow
Right.
Rhea.
Okay.
Rhea kind of
So you're on in
looks
single file again?
too late. To the
Well,
phase.
no, on
I
like
know, I
either
know,
side
I
of
know,
Rhea.
Wait, she left just as I was like,
I look
come
at
in.
FaZe and she just walks
Look
off.
at FaZe and assume I know what I'm doing.
Cool, so you're heading over to the caravan?
Yeah, why not?
Cool. So there's nothing out of the ordinary. The folk are dressed in the casual, similar to like the fisher folk were, of clay iron stuff, and just casual tunics and whatever to keep the sun off their skin as best they can. And some of them are embracing it, but they are essentially there doesn't seem to be any protection with this caravan. There isn't any hired folks wielding swords and shields and stuff or anything like this. It just seems to be a group of people, maybe from about mid-teens to early 40s, but amongst these 8 or 9 people that are coming along with this caravan. The sacks and stuff they leave on the wheeled wagons. They're pulled by a 6-legged horse. It's quite hench. It's,
I can turn into a 6-legged horse now.
it's a monstrosity. So you
Yes.
I mean, I'm just as wound up as you, which is I'm going to keep digging at people that are stupid. Not you, Ray. So yeah, the foreman of the group seems to be a young lass, early 20s, Her hair is like surfer beach blonde, with some like dark streaks through. It's kind of tied in a ponytail, and she's just like giving people instructions to move stuff. Be careful with that.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Okay. How are you?
Good.
You've got wings.
Goes to that. She's like, yeah, I do. You're very perceptive.
Okay. I'll accept that. Move over there. Don't drop it. Told you that twice now. Just points across one of all the blocks.
What you got?
What have I got?
Uh-huh.
Just pots. Clear pots. They're pretty well decorated.
Make them
but-
yourself?
No.
Ah.
Stavros does over there.
Hi, Stavros.
Hello.
These are some nice pots you got.
Yeah, they're alright. That works better.
They're the nicest pots I've seen in a while.
You looking to buy one?
No, because I don't have money.
Okay. Are your friends? Just kind of looks at Velk and beyond.
Ask
Looking to
them
buy
where
one?
they have come from.
Where have you come from? Apparently they don't want to buy one because they just want to know where you've come from.
We came out of Rokokon.
Ooh. I don't know where that is.
That's alright. It's just. And she points maybe southwestish from where she is behind where you look in.
Did you happen to pass through Clay on your way here, or?
Oh
past
no,
it?
that'd have been a long way around. We just cut through the outskirts of the forest, and she points out the forest that is the one that you passed, but on the right side. They passed it on the left side.
Just
Yeah,
wondering
looks to
if
be
you
on.
had any news from the south.
No, we've not seen anyone for nearly a week. Like getting here and stuff. We had a bit of trouble going past the forest. Some
What
frisky,
kind of trouble?
just frisky little creatures coming out of the woods to try and have a go at us.
Look
Were
over
they
my
stone
shoulder.
squirrels?
Stone squirrels with spears.
Oh. Don't tell Althea. She'll try and kill him.
I don't know how Althea is. They weren't stone squirrels. They were just like, I suppose wolves or some sort, but not a lot of fur on them.
Ew.
Not a lot of fur.
Yeah, they was like I don't know many wolves that cut their fur, but it was mangy and missing and
Like diseased, or
just unkept.
I will thank you for your information, and we'll heed the warning if we're ever traveling that way.
You're welcome. Yeah,
Where do you head to with your pots?
see Althea, just up the river.
So why are you unloading them here?
We're not unloading the pots here, just the bags and crates that they're in. Like we're not getting them all out.
Oh, okay.
We'll just give the wagon a bit of a once over and yeah, just chill out for a bit, and then it's quite nice here. Like the bridge, the raindrop bridge. It's nice. See the rainbow and head up to see Althea.
How's Bjorn? Bjorn, why are we here?
That was why.
Uh,
Literally just to ask
um,
about any information from the south as they were
What?
traveling.
Why would that? That's not really what we ever get asked. Why? What's up with Clay Eye? Have you been there?
Recently, yes.
Person, people were eating themselves. We
Oh,
had to run away.
oh shit! The Celestial's bed.
Rhea, information like that needs to be delivered a little more softly, with
What do you mean?
perhaps some
She's-
explanation leading up to it.
What do you mean eating themselves? She's looking at Ray.
And they were chewing on their own fingers because we're really hungry. Almost happened to our friend here. Look, grabs Bjorn's hand
My hand is fine.
and looks at it really confused.
Give me a persuasion check, Raya. You were fine until that. Magical healing and all that.
11? Please, please.
I can't see what's wrong with his hands, but eating themselves sounds horrific. Stavros walks up. What are you lot talking about? Who's eating themselves? She says people in Clay eating themselves. They're eating themselves.
Oh, they were. We don't know if they still are. Might be dead.
Dead?
Probably. Eat enough of yourself and you'll probably die.
I've got a cousin in Clay.
Oh, you should check on them.
No.
Maybe we should go
not.
back.
No, you should not.
But she said people are dying. Should we not be trying to
It
help
might
them?
be.
There is, from what we can tell, perhaps a dark curse that has been placed on Clay.
A dark
It's just on the
curse?
food.
I'm gonna go and get Raya sort of like by the shoulders and just steer her away a little bit towards the back of the group.
We're talking about.
Let Bjorn do the talking. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Folks.
Look, I've got family there. Bjorn, is it? She just called you?
Yes.
I've got family there, and you're saying they might be dead or a dark curse. Do you not think we should be informing people about this?
We have.
No.
Our patrons who have commissioned us to investigate the curse and the people propagating it. We are on our way to meet an emissary or an agent of theirs now, and then we hopefully will return with reinforcements.
Where are you meeting these? Are you meeting them here?
No, we are meeting them in Lento.
Lento, yeah.
That's days away, and then it's days away back, and then days from here to Clay Eye. If you're saying they're dead and they've got dark curses on them, my cousins are going to be gone. It's alright, it's alright. She tries to calm me down a bit.
We're unfortunately, the entire town was doomed when we left.
What? Have you heard this? And he shouts across to the guards on the bridge.
Before last.
Heard what? This sort of say there's people dying in Clay Eye. This guard starts coming down towards you. What's going on? He says people are dying and there's a dark curse in Clay Eye. I've got family down there, and he's apparently going to Lento to get some mates to help, whoever they may be, and someone paid him to have a look and then they've just walked away. It's alright, just calm down. You calm down, I've got cousins down there. Look, both of you calm down. You, sir, tell me what's going on. And we'll never do free NPCs again.
There was a faction of people who arrived in Clay Eye for the Feast of Stars.
Oh yeah, it's about right. The festival down in Buxy Bay usually.
They cursed all of the food and drink.
Cursed, or you drank too much?
No, they cursed all of the food and drink to turn the people there into zombie-like cannibals.
What, everyone but you lot?
My friends did not eat or drink. I did.
What? And the Stavros and the last back away. You brought the curse here? And the guard just kind of puts a hand on his sword and steps away. Are you cursed?
No.
Prove it.
I am not eating myself.
Neither am I.
Because you're not cursed.
You don't know?
You've been to Clay Eye in the last 48 hours?
I have not.
Then you're fine.
Do any of you have any magical ability, knowledge at all?
I do, says the last that were bossing him around a moment ago.
Can you cast magics, protections about yourself?
Small cantrips, yeah.
Okay. Then perhaps you and another dozen or so like you may perhaps be able to survive a trip to Clay Eye. If you want your friend Stavros to go on his own, he will not survive.
We stayed for as long as we could to help. We stayed as long as, as we could, and then Bjorn became affected by whatever magic is making people behave like that, and we had to leave for our safety.
Well, how was he alright now?
Because we left. If we'd have stayed longer, he wouldn't be okay and we wouldn't be okay. we're leaving so that some
So if
people get out.
People
like us.
leave, they're no longer cursed.
No, if they stay too long, if they submit to the curse for long enough, these people were just eating food and eating and eating and eating, and then eating themselves. Then they paid no mind. They would be eating some food and then they'd carry on eating their hands. They were under some kind of magical effect. We're working on figuring out what it is, but you have no need to be hostile towards us. I'm sorry that you have family there, but that's nothing we can do about it now. We're doing what we can.
Give me a persuasion check.
18.
The guard and the last kind of their posture rests a little bit. Stavros stamps his feet and storms off. Well, you go tend to your friend, says the guard. She walks off. Look, if what you say is true, and okay, I've no reason to not believe you, but we can't just leave. Did I hear you were going to Lento?
Yes,
Another couple of days' travel.
that's where we've been told to go to meet an agent of our.
Do you know have any faster
patron.
means of getting there?
No.
You could always maybe go to see Thea and see if anyone can get you there faster, or maybe rent a mount. Or there's plenty of folk with horses. I can lend you my horse, but that's only one, and there's more of you than one.
Trying to find mounts and see if Thea is a really good idea. We'll definitely take that into account.
Strong ride, take a day off your journey.
I would also perhaps ask that you inform your superiors and maybe warn those travelling south to avoid Clay.
Yeah. You sure everyone is cursed?
The vast majority of people, some people may have been able to withstand it long enough to get out. Like me and my friends here were able to withstand the pull of certain foods, but it seemed to be because the food had been free for the past couple of days. Everyone had consumed so much that they succumb really easily.
Sounds terrifying. Okay, I will go speak with my superiors and try and get a message to where we can. I'm not that way skilled myself, but we do have people amongst the guard that can send messages over long distances. I would send a pigeon, but I don't want you eating it. I mean, kind of nods to you all and then walks off.
Was that pigeon joke? Was that for me?
Quite possibly. I'm going to suggest that we get a move on and see about maybe hiring some mounts in Cethia. Because what he said is true. We haven't kind of treated this with the urgency that I think it requires. But, I mean, we know that it's most likely that everyone there didn't survive. But I think, I don't know, it would be respectful to show a bit more urgency, so we should get going.
What did he mean when he said we could rent some mounts?
Instead of buying them, we could maybe find a stable that would be willing to let us use them for a couple of days and then bring them back. It would be cheaper.
And they just take our word for it that we will return with them?
Yeah, and we will, because I live around here and I don't want to get a bad name as a thief, considering we might need to rent them again or show up in the town again. Like, we don't want to be regarded as criminals while we're trying to do good work.
I like this plan. But everyone else?
Althea just starts steaming off.
So, It doesn't take you too long to find folk that have horses. There isn't a stables as such at the bridge, but there are plenty of lean-tos and there are plenty of horses tied to them, whether they are used for lone riders or pulling of wagons and carts, or just, you know, workhorses that have been saddled up heavy and there is no other contraption that they're pulling. But there's plenty of folk to go around. There's easy 20 horses that are in various belonging to various people and such.
So we probably need. Althea's like looking at, like, Velk could probably share with someone. I'm just thinking about cost, and Rhea has her own means of transport that is probably better than a horse. So 4.
Can we leave Sniffy behind?
To a horse.
Yeah.
No,
Can you
Apparently
carry
not.
him?
Can you?
I can do this. Turns into a horse.
Okay, I'll let you sort out Sniffy. 4 horses.
Yeah.
Althea will go on the search for 4 horses to rent.
As you the first group that you go to, they've got two like dark chestnut haired horses. They're pretty strong. They look like they've been looked after this morning and fed, and then you look behind and the wagon behind is massive, like 6 wheels to this thing, so you're not shocked that these 2 heavy built horses are there for it. Sat on the wagon is Ronan, munching on an apple. He's got big iron boots, his bloody red cap on his head. He's just staring across bits of apple in his little chin face. Morning. Just eats it.
Morning. Still on the apples.
But I've got one left. You have a good
Is
sleep?
this... Yeah, really well actually. Feel really rested.
That's what they say. Apple a day.
Yeah, believe it. Is this your wagon?
Nope.
Whose is it?
Don't really know. Kind of looks around. What are you after though? I'm a pretty good merchant.
We need horses, or horses and a wagon, such as this.
Why don't you just take it?
'Cause I'm not a thief.
Then bring it back. He bites
I'd
his
like
apple
to-
again.
I'd like to know whose it is so I can let them know I'll bring it back and perhaps give them some money for their time.
I can tell them for you.
I don't want you to.
Why?
Because
You're
I'd
saying I'm
rather...
not trustworthy,
I'm saying I don't know you enough to trust you.
but you shared my apples with me. We're as friends now.
Does that make us friends?
I don't share my apples with acquaintances.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I forgot.
Friends we may be, I'd rather do my own business.
They're very strong horses, and this is a sturdy wagon. And he jumps up onto his feet and stamps his iron boots against the wood. They're pretty
That's why I'm
sturdy.
interested.
I could put in a good word for you.
With who?
The owners.
Where are they?
I don't know.
What are their names?
I can't tell you that. Go
Then
on.
I will continue my search.
You turn around and Gideon's walking towards you. What is he doing? What has he told you? Don't listen to anything he says.
He's trying to convince me to steal this wagon.
Why would you convince her to steal our wagon?
Althea just laughs. We would
Please
like
don't
to.
steal our wagon.
I would not steal your wagon. We would, however, be interested in hiring it if you have not need of it for the next couple of days.
Actually, no. I don't need it for the next couple of days, but I do need it back in Sea Thea for in a couple of days.
We only need to get to Lenton back.
Lento?
Mm.
What's that? Couple of days there. Are you there and back straight away?
Maybe not back actually. Like there, if you wanted to leave us there with it, I'm sure that would be okay. We could maybe find a different way back. We're meeting someone. We don't have a lot of the details, though.
Oh, I'm not going with you. You can borrow the.
Okay.
the horse and wagon. I got stuff to do in CFA.
Okay.
There's, just stuff to do with back home. That's all.
We could definitely, if you give me a time when you want it back, then we will get it back.
5 days. That gives
Yeah.
you 2 there, 2 back, and a day to play with.
Althea
good.
considers the potential journey onto Bronzefall.
Where did he come from?
Yeah, this is why we would have to bring it back. But then if we're going to meet someone that's going to help us with what's happening in Clay Eye, then we're going to be going back towards Clay Eye, surely. At that point is what I'm thinking. Either way, if we go on to Bronzefall, we'll have to bring it back. Like,
Bronze Falls is stunning.
I've never
Yeah,
been.
if you like praying.
I take it you do not like praying.
Althea
Don't need help
considers
from
the
no
journey
one.
to
My apologies.
Bronzefalls is further away.
Yes, Althea realises this, but Althea is thinking that if we're meeting someone that's going to help us with what's going on in Clay Eye, we might be coming back this way to go back to Clay Eye with reinforcements.
Aren't you, Althea?
I am. It gets confusing when you talk to Belk.
Tricksy little fuckers, these changelings.
Is a what?
He
What did you
stares
say?
at you and then just does a big smile. You lot are stupid.
Why?
You don't have the right eyes.
What do you mean the right eyes?
I can see what's happening, and you don't have a clue.
They've all got purple eyes.
Yeah. Not the real eyes, though, is it? It's tricksy.
Is it not? I'm gonna go back to the rest of the group and say we can have his wagon for 5 days, and it would definitely take all of us, but we need to bring it back. So that means that we have to come back this way.
Would it be faster just to get horses rather than a wagon? Wagons don't move the quickest.
No, that's true.
Ronan walks up to Belk. Where are you from?
I just smile.
Apple.
I'm gonna turn and be like, I need to watch this. Just watch both of them.
Passes his apple to Belk.
I take the apple.
Ah. It might be broken. My mistake. And then he walks back to Gideon and starts whispering to Gideon. Gideon looks at Belk, then looks at you.
Yeah, I don't know if we should be making promises to bring it back. We might not come back. It might be pass the information on for them to do their thing and us carry on our
Does that
path.
mean, are we buying horses then? We're not gonna be able to rent anything here if we don't bring it back.
There must be some kind of arrangement in the towns to send them on their way and things if people are willing to rent. Unless we get to Lemto and we pay someone to bring the wagon back.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of the whole point of us going to Lento is to meet someone that's going to help with what's going on in Clay Eye. So that assumes that we're going back to Clay Eye to fix it, does it not?
If the solution's back in Clay Eye.
Well, this person that we're meeting, I'm assuming, is not going to have been to Clay Eye yet to see what the damage is. We don't know what the damage is. Like, we don't know what's happened.
No. No, I don't know.
We know that the only reason Bronze Falls is from the little, is it the blue tieflings or something about Bronze Falls, or there was like a riddle?
Where the falls run bronze.
Yeah, that riddle. That really hard to, yeah. Something about ravens. And we know that that's where the man that FaZe wants to talk to is.
Yeah.
But Clay Eye still, what's happening in Clay Eye is still going to have happened.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know that we can be making promises to get back to a town in a certain amount of time. We may be better just getting horses and taking the fastest route, and then we at least have the freedom to go where we need to then.
Yeah, I suppose if we
Because
buy
the
them.
Yeah, the guard said he'd give us a horse.
Yeah, I just know that horses are expensive. Whether we can afford to buy them or not, because I understand what you mean about like renting them and then dropping them off in the next town. But we would need to find that as a possibility. Like if anyone does that, and if they don't, we're going to have to buy them because we can't make promises to get back to a place to bring something that we rent back. Then
No.
I will go and look. I'm going to wander off to find a most trader.
The red cap munches on an apple while the party makes their decision.
He's fucking got me. He just munches into his apple, slower, staring at Velk. Give me an insight check, Velk.
A 20, not natural.
Cool. He looks super confused. Gideon comes over. Etheria, can I talk to him in private, please? And looks at Resty. It's not bad. I just want to talk.
Sure. I'll go with him.
Moves off to the side. I mean, it's none of my business, but Ronan can see things, but he says you're with Fae. It's not a bad thing. I love the Fae, but the Fae I hang around with don't usually just walk around, just out and about. And one such as Raya.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and Velk's strange. Like, looks like Fae, but Ronan can't see any further.
Does Ronan have skill in this area?
Just a lot of the red caps. They can see their enemies, they claim it to be, but they know folk. Angry little people, but...
Well, Raya's definitely of the Fae, but she's been a good friend to us.
Oh, I'm not saying not. It's just like... Raya's different. I don't want to say dark and shadowy and all this. It's just superstitious and stories, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure you knew, like, Faye or Trixie.
Thank you. Yeah, we're aware. Velk's slightly odd, but he's been a good companion too. But yeah, we are aware. Rhea is discovering the world and discovering herself, I believe.
Well, just be careful when they do discover. She's young, yeah?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, one to another, she's young. He points at his cherub-like face.
Yeah. Has Ronan mentioned me?
Yeah, but not to do with Faye.
No, I'm definitely not fair.
But he did laugh at the connection between yourself and Rhea.
Thank you. Thank you for your care.
I don't want you to think it's a warning. I
Yes.
just there's a lot going on with the Fae where I'm from, and again that they don't usually just walk around. So, and you've two of them, maybe.
Velk's fair too? Or possibly.
Well, Ronan's claiming it, but he don't like that he can't see.
Well, we can't see into Velk all that much either, but he has his led us right so far, I believe. Maybe.
The
well,
Fae
to be
always
fair,
lead you right, the theory. Always. I know I couldn't stop Althea, but don't eat Ronan's apples.
Yeah.
In fact, just don't eat anything a Fae gives you.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I've seen the damage that strange food and drink can do. Did you hear about the
It got
the
around
village?
pretty fast, yeah, with the guards and in the last 10-15 minutes. Well,
Yeah, we're trying to do something about it. We've been advised to meet someone in Lamto, but
I would help, but I have really got to sort this out and see if here to get back to Ravenholm.
you've got to do you first. We'll do our best. We have a couple of leads, hopefully. Whether they send us back to the town or not, we'll at least try and get help across there.
Alright, well,
But yeah, thank you.
good luck. And I said to Althea, if you need the horses and wagon, I just need it back in a couple of days, that's all.
Yeah, we'll certainly consider it. I just don't want to. If we can do it another way, I'd rather do that rather than promise you and not be able to fulfill that promise. But it is much appreciated.
Okay. Right.
But I hope to see you again.
Yeah, at Ravenholm. Once I've
Yep.
done here, I'll be heading back.
Yeah.
A lot faster. But yeah, okay. Well, goodbye, Etheria.
No, goodbye. I'll hopefully see you soon.
Yep, and then walks back towards Ronan, just nodding at you. Ronan keeps eyeballing Velk and Raya. Double takes at Velk every time, looking at his apple before taking a bite. Waiting for the commentary.
Gideon says we are welcome to the wagon if we need be. So we'll see what Bjorn finds, and well, there's an option.
As Bjorn approaches, two gnomes sat on wooden stumps.
With copper horses.
With copper horses. They have a couple of ponies with them that would be more than suitable for Velk, Etheria, of that stature. They've got about 6 of them. As you go towards them, they seem to be young gnomes. They are very much of a Toria. They're pretty buff, but the last gnome you met was absolutely terrifyingly ripped as well. And they do have a swagger about them. Their hair is short at the sides and a little bit on top, and they do have almost like a good posture about them. Give me a insight check.
Inside. Oh, +3. 19.
Cool. They got not military, but they got like a boisterous sort of swagger about them, squaddy mentality type thing. As they're just bucking about with the knives and stuff in front of them, making sure they're all right, similar to how our theory does, but with less finesse. And as you approach them, a horn goes off, and we're going to have a break. Because I need a wee and a drink. Right, we'll be back in a moment, kids, to see if Bjorn manages to buy 2 gnomes. Horses. So yeah, right, we shall be back. Where's my break? 10 minutes, guys. 15 tops. Bye. Right, welcome back,
Please come
folks.
to my wedding.
We are.
Bye.
That's to the internet, by the way. Please come to the wedding.
You've just invited the internet.
I didn't mean to, but
I mean, you've
most
just
of you all.
invited 19 viewers,
Yeah.
6 of which
including
are
us.
us. Yeah.
So that's all the dummy accounts I created. Right, folks, we're back. You have. There's loads of people in the little chat thing. Hey.
This time next year, Rodney.
It's time next year. 3 years I've been saying this.
This time next year, Rosie.
Oh,
Actually, yeah, this time next year it'll be. Oh.
anniversary.
No, you don't get it. You don't get it,
Yeah.
Hannah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
No, I was thinking about something else.
We know. So, just before the break, you are currently trying to acquire horses that cost you money rather than the free ones. Makes perfect Dungeons and Dragons sense. You have had a conversation with a caravan that tipped up, nearly got away without causing panic in Atoria, but things have changed. Thank you, Raya. And Althea ate her apple and fell asleep for a long time. Well, would have. But her friends helped her. And then
I was already asleep.
That's true, that is true. So nothing happened really for them, that's it. Until
Didn't change my day at all.
2 sessions from now, Bjorn's going to walk in with a smuggy smile on his face. Just wake up on your watch and be like, actually. Wearing a red hat.
With an apple.
So, Bjorn, you went across to the 2 gnomes that were up and about, cleaning daggers and such. Maddie does cosplay. It's gravy time. Thank you for the follow. I love that troll smashing the little wizard. It's funny as fuck. You see the 2 gnomes. They've got 6 ponies with them, and they're going at their weapons like good little gnomes.
Hello,
Morning.
my friends. Good morning.
Friends? Are we friends? Yeah, that we're
but-
friends.
Potentially. I am looking to possibly rent some horses.
We've got short horses. First one elbows his mate inside. Yeah, short horses.
Do you know of anyone who has long horses? Or?
Not that'll go as long as these bad boys. No, they're not really bad. They're quite good ponies, horses.
Nothing more of the large horse.
Why do you need a
fine.
large horse? What are you trying to say? You got something against small stuff? They
If I sit,
they both stand up and they're 3.5 foot each.
if I sit on that, I could stand up by putting my feet down on both sides.
They're not that short. Get on it. And the first one closest to you is like cow patched, black and white. It's actually a cow. No. With an horse mascot.
Alright, I'll get on it.
I wish I'd have done that. It's a cow with an horse mask. Oh, I hate my life.
Get on it.
So much. Your feet do not touch the floor. It is not a squat, Shetland pony. It's a decent sized pony. You probably have to, like you say, hitch a little bit, like keep your knees up a little bit, but get a decent saddle, you'll be all right. You could probably ride it, but
Right.
it is, it's.
I get back up.
If you lean one side, you could put your foot on the floor, but you're over, just sat on it. Just sat on it normally, you'd be right.
I am sorry. I would normally love to spend a great deal of time learning more about you and where these ponies come from, but
Why?
do you? Because I just enjoy chatting to new people and learning about their lives and such. But I am in a hurry. Do you know anyone who is renting larger horses?
No.
I will continue to look. Thank you. I will,
Bye. Cool. There's one guy behind them that's just kind of must be pushing 60, kind of hunched over a little bit, maybe tall in his youth, but he's kind of hunched over. He's got a very crooked quarterstaff that he's kind of just plodding along with, and he has a horse by the reins. It's just a blanket saddle rather than a leather saddle. Looking at Toria, hot as shit. I've got a horse for sale. Probably get a couple more for you.
I I'm not looking to buy. Well, actually, depending on the price, I might be, but maybe rent. To Lempto.
I don't really need the horse, so you buying it be more beneficial.
How much for 4 horses?
4? Give me a persuasion check and I'll tell you.
That is going to be a 25.
Ooh. I do him
Where's the
12,
casters, motherfucker?
12 gold each.
How about 4 for 22?
What?
I am haggling.
But I didn't hear you haggle. You got a funny accent.
4 for 22.
So 12 each. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's 48 gold.
Yes.
And you're trying to haggle under half.
Yes.
Ah, well, no.
How much could you go down to?
Well, if I had how much I could go down to, I wouldn't have started at 40. Take gold off. 4 horses. Get them anywhere else in the world, expensive as shit. Horse shit.
And you throw in the saddles and the tack?
You can happily have 4 blankets on top. Of the horses.
Bear with me. I'm going to go back to my friends.
He keeps potting along with his horse.
I can get us 4 horses for 40 gold. I need 18.
What about the gnomes? What did they say?
They will sell us or rent us the ponies. But I
Okay.
did not get the price, as they are quite small.
I gave Bjorn 10 gold.
Maybe
They're quite small. Stares at Velk.
they might be cheaper for the small people.
I will find out on my way back.
That was brilliant. I'm gonna talk to them little wankers again. Nobody likes squaddies, Eddie. You know what I mean?
I have.
Just
Does anyone else have anything we can chip in?
How much do you need?
8.
I'll give over 8 gold.
On my way back over,
Okay.
I will stop in on the gnomes.
Hey, Beard, how we doing?
How much for 2 of the little ones?
They're not little. They're ponies.
How much for 2 of the little ponies?
A favour.
A favour?
Aye. It's different to money.
What kind of favour?
Well, you say,
On to
wait,
be
you say,
named at a later date, or will you tell me now?
I'll tell you now, I need you to do it. I'm not point telling you later date. Why would you take the ponies without knowing what the favour is, you weirdo? Anyway, I heard you talking to the guard. You say you're going to Lento.
Yes.
Deliver this to Lento, and he holds up a diamond. It's about the size of an apple, but not an apple. It's not Ronan in disguise. Ronan in disguise.
Bites into the diamond.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Can you?
It is not heavy, is it?
Well, maybe for you.
It is,
I don't know how us little folk carry it, you know what I mean?
it is not going to explode.
Not if you don't explode. It's a diamond. What are you doing to it to explode it? Why would you explode a diamond? In fact, I don't think you should be
Who
right
would
for
you
this
like
job.
who would you like me to take it to?
I'd like you to take it to, as I pull out my notebook. Why don't you take it to Byron? He's a gardener in Lento.
Was that Byron?
Byron. B-Y, Ron.
Byron?
Not,
Yes.
have letters up snowy land.
He is a gardener.
Yeah.
Does he work on an estate with gardens, or does he have a garden center, as it were?
He
Dobbies.
is a gardener in Lento. He might have a
I
centre.
am with them. Then I will take it to Byron.
If he didn't have a centre, would you take it to Byron?
Yes, I will see.
And
if
why
I
would
can
you
find-
ask?
Thank you very much. Can I have 3 ponies, please?
You said 2.
No, I said 3.
You said 2. I know you speak
British.
funny, but you said 2.
Well, you did say you had a difficulty with my accent, but
That's very true. That's very true. So okay, if you're going to be around here for a bit longer, if we said 2, it's just, and he puts up 2 fingers. But I'll let people know around here that if you're asking, you mean 3, and he puts up 3 fingers.
no, I said 3.
Yeah, I got you. 3. And he just starts winking at you. So I'll bring the 3 over the bridge.
No, I can take them now.
Cool, go. And he just sits back.
Well, which 3 of the
Pick him.
ponies?
Pick him.
All right, I'll take the reins of 3 of the ponies.
Oh, there's no reins on these bad boys. You need to put the reins on them. You ain't good at putting reins on. In Atoria, reins is these, and he holds up the leather things. You'll need 3 of them. 2 of them. 2 of them.
I am used to doing it with the Viconian riding cooks, but yes.
Cool, yeah. And he brings over the 3 sets of reins for you.
Okay. I'm gonna approach the cow with the horse mask on.
Yes! Cannon as fuck. Tony, draw that.
And attempt to put the reins on.
Give me animal handling check. Charisma, my ass.
Tony, I'm gonna need some of those rerolls.
We've got
I
12.
I might.
We've got like 9 of them.
No,
We've
that's
got
an 18.
6.
Flat, straight 18.
Cool. First pony just kind of rests its head in there.
Okay.
The mask stays on. And you put the reins on the first pony.
Approach the second one.
That one bites.
Excellent. Attempt to put it on.
Animal handling check.
It's a reroll. 14.
I love that rerolls get used on shit like putting reins on horses. not death-defying monstrosities.
We use rerolls for some weird stuff.
14. You successfully put the reins on the second horse.
So whenever we're in a death-defying situation,
And the third one is.
As he
6.
goes towards the
Yeah,
third
and-
one, I'm
and-
going to lean over and go, why is he getting 3? To phase.
I don't know. It's a genuine mystery. Bjorn is a genuine mystery.
It's the
This is
James
true.
Bond
This
of
is true.
Colossus.
Johnny English.
What? Yeah.
I've done the third one.
Barry Welsh. What was the number on the third one?
16.
Yeah, you successfully. The 3 Gnomish war horses are quite comfortable in your presence as you hold the reins to the 3 of them. You need this as well. And he wraps the diamond up in a small leather patch, ties it. Remember, Byron, gardener.
Byron the gardener.
Lento.
Yes. I will remember, thank you.
Cool.
Who shall I say has sent it?
Just tell him the twins.
The twins?
Yeah. In Atoria, it's where like 2 children are born at the same
I
time.
will walk off.
It's 2. 2. He throws his 3 as you walk off.
That's your pay. Just walk off. See ya. Cheers for your diamond.
And approach the gentleman I spoke to about the horses.
Oh yeah. You're back again.
40 gold,
Yeah. But you've already got 3. How many do you need?
4 horses.
Okay.
What is going on?
He holds his hand out. For
Actually,
the
no,
40
wait.
We don't need horse.
Wait.
We don't need 3 ponies.
I would like, 3 horses, not 4.
Okay. 30 gold.
30. There you
Yeah,
go.
we'll keep it at 10 each. He takes his 30 gold, gives you the rein to the horse that he's got out of him, and he just walks back. And there's maybe 6 or 7 horses on a lean-to, and he unties 2 and brings them over to you. All with blankets, and the blanket saddles are on the horses.
And I'm going to lead them all back to my friends.
Give me an animal handling check, as you have 3 Gnomish war horses and 3 other horses you've never met before in your life.
Okay.
You might need a reroll.
I need a reroll. That was a 2.
Yeah, it's slightly higher than
Yes! That was a natural 20.
for a total of
20.
I also rolled a natural 20. You successfully lead them
Everyone's
across.
watching him walk back over, like, how much of the gold did he just?
Count the people, not including Rhea, and then like.
So
Well,
Bjorn
can we
has
just thank Raya for that? Because if
Bjorn,
it wasn't for Raya, there would be none.
Bjorn has 3 horses of, humanoid size, and 3 Gnomish war horses that are taller than normal ponies, but still shorter than a horse. Althea, you recognise the Gnomish war horses. They Gnomes have got quite a good reputation around Atoria for their military services to the nation.
I'll go and pet one of the gnomish ones.
Nuzzles into your hand.
I'm quite sure I'm happy with either pony or horse.
Well,
I think the plan is for you to have a pony, Etheria.
what I was thinking was myself, Faze, and Althea would have one of the horses. Velk and Etheria would have a pony each. I believe we said Raya is going to fly with us.
Raya, you see horse Raya
Rhea's the
right
Is a
horse.
horse.
Or is a horse.
Yeah,
And
But
Sniffy
I
is
know
going to
that-
ride.
she turned
Does
into
not-
it before you went anywhere.
It does not last very long. So
Ah.
I was thinking to alleviate the weight on the horses and the ponies. Instead of us all carrying our own packs, we use the last pony as a pack horse.
Okay. I mean, it's not bad thinking. It's just more equine type creatures than I was anticipating.
Why? There are 6 of us and there are 6 animals. One of us is not riding, so I will use it as a pack horse.
Makes
What
perfect
colours
sense.
are the bigger horses?
It's very important.
Hmm
What?
I need to know. What colours are the bigger horses? The 3 bigger ones.
One is like real dark auburn with a white spot on its nose here, and then round the hoof area. One is a blue colour, the blue grey.
Like Marl, yeah.
Yeah. And the other one is just black.
I'm gonna go for
Just
the one with
black.
the. I'm gonna go for the one with the star, the bay one.
And I have the black one. I feel like it fits my vibe.
Bjorn gets the double.
I go and make friends with the black horse.
Give me an animal handling check.
Okay.
Who's riding the horse masked cow?
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh, okay. 17.
Pretty friendly, reacts to you. I mean, the 3 horses are. They're definitely travelling horses. They won't be built for speed or carrying. You couldn't use them as pack horses, but they'll happily carry a rider and stuff. But you wouldn't be able to overload them. The Gnomish war horses, again, probably not built for speed, but you reckon they can go for days. They could carry each other over the mountains.
Does Velks have a moustache? I like to think that Velks has got one.
I'm assuming that's one of what you've just met one of Velk's other characters.
Velk has just sold us the horses.
Just a gnome war horse. Yeah.
Velk is a no more horse.
Velk
Okay.
is a gnome war horse. It's his true character.
Its final form.
He's just at level 20.
Oh, sorry, Fizz, Althea. And I'm just going to give 5 gold back for each of them. I did not need all of it.
Thank you. I'll put it back in the Splint Mail Fund.
Pockets the rest of it. Again.
Yeah.
I'm going to approach the cow horse.
Animal handling check.
I probably need all the rerolls now.
There
We've
we
got
go.
4
This is what we've
left.
been waiting for. Tony to roll a dice.
Make friends with it, Tony.
I'm guessing a 6.
I've used one. 14.
Yep. The cow-patched pony is friendly towards you.
Yeah.
Sniffs you a lot first, though.
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm cold.
Its ears kind of like, flatten a little bit when you first approach, but it does react warmly to you eventually.
What's horse is left? Like, which
There's
is the pony?
there's two Gnomish ponies left.
I'll just jump on one.
Cool. There's one pony left.
What colour is it? What colour is it?
Grey. Smoky grey. Smoking.
I'm gonna command Sniffy McSniffison to the other pony.
Other pony backs the fuck away from Sniffy McSniffison.
He is very much a you problem, right?
Oh well, I tried.
I mean, they're Gnomish
jumps on
war
my
horses,
back.
but you've got a daemon. So, in case you don't know, Hannah, I assume you do, but your form is only an hour, I think. 2, yeah. Cool. So, you got your horses, they come with blanket saddles. You're using one as a pack. But what are you putting on the third pony? What packs are you putting on there? Your own packs?
Yeah, just our backpacks, bedrolls, that kind of thing.
So who puts their backpacks on the pack pony?
I'll keep hold of mine.
Me.
Rhea will probably have to put hers on because of the
Reyes
being wild
changes with her.
shaped.
It changes with her.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
I won't because I don't want the smell of blood and brains to upset the horse.
Cool. Etheria?
Yeah.
You put it on
Keep
the
it.
pony? Or you keep it?
I put my pack on the pony. I keep my swords and
I guess you kept your weapons and stuff.
yeah.
Volk?
I'll
keep
lengthen
your
the
backpack?
ponies.
I just have my backpack on. Yeah.
Cool. So, the third pony carries Etheria and Pion's rucksack.
Yep.
I'm going to lengthen
loving
the
it.
pony's rein and tie it to the back of my saddle.
Cool.
Or
Third
not tie
pony.
it to me.
If it could lay back and put its hoofs behind its head. Right. Easiest job in town. Like, just looking at the other two ponies like, hey, dickhead. If any of you speak Gnomish, you understood that. Oh, well, do you speak Gnomish?
I think I do. Yeah, I do.
It'd be brilliant, it'd be brilliant if you did.
I do.
You speak Gnomish? Why would I speak Gnomish? A fucking giraffe. Yeah. Cool, so you're already hacked and hacked. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Tact.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's leading? I mean, these are difficult choices, guys. We spent 2.5 hours at the bridge.
I don't know the way.
There is a
North is
road.
the bridge.
There is a road off the
Yep.
bridge that leads
will-
leads westward.
Althea will head out.
Okay, yeah, cool.
First.
So you roll the first d20. Let me roll a d20, please. In case that wasn't obvious.
5.
5. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. So, first day out, saying your goodbyes. Gideon is nowhere to be seen. Ronan follows you out to the edge of where most of the people are. There's a natural thing.
To roll as we go past. But...
He just holds an apple up to you, Althea, does that. And then keeps eating the apple.
I wave to Ronan. Laugh.
Give me a perception check, Althea.
17.
17. As you're trotting along, maybe half the day goes by, you've left the bridge behind yourselves, as opposed to anyone else, and you are heading westward-ish towards Lento. The mountain range is now in front of you, as opposed to being adjacent to your travels before. As with most mountain ranges, fucking huge. There are great forests in front of you as well that are at the base of the mountain. You've never been to Lento, Althea, but you are aware that it's just a nice place to go. No one visits it. It's just a nice town type thing.
Yeah.
But it will be a couple of days' travel. The horses/ponies with knives will
There's the horses
speed
in the
it
background.
up. Speed it up.
Okay.
But yes, you are on your way travelling. The weather is pretty chilled. It's hot, but there are moments, especially the way the range is, that there's quite a lot of rough terrain that you could just catch a bit of shade in if necessary for a rest and such. It doesn't seem to cause you any fatigue, as it were. But well into half the day of the travel, you feel a little warmth isolated on the back of your neck, Althea, and you kind of just reach back and you scratch, and you can feel not a bump, but a different texture to your skin. You can't obviously see it, but you can feel a different texture. Maybe the size of a gold coin, or that sort of size patch on the back of your neck.
I'm gonna look at FaZe, and kind of turn and lift my hair up and show her the back of my neck and say, does this look weird? Is there something there? It feels strange.
Does it look weird?
It's up to you to determine, but what you see is the most perfect tattoo of an apple with blood dripping down it. Tramp stamp.
Tramp
It's on the
stamps would
back
small
of-
your back. Yeah.
It's on the back
You're in
of Althea's
Colossus.
neck.
It's on the back of a neck.
No,
I didn't want to go too accurate with it, Althea. I was trying to just be a bit.
Well, I wouldn't say it looks weird.
What is it, FaZe?
It's an apple.
Get it off me.
It's an apple.
It's a tattoo of an apple with blood dripping down it.
Just lost words for a minute. Next time I see that fucking little man, I'm going to kill him. He's going to die.
He's on the list.
I'd bring my pony up outside Bjorn and nudge him a bit.
You
I mean,
muted Bjorn, but I'm sure it was poetic.
I was going to say, sorry, a tattoo is better than sleeping forever.
Why would
It's a
Althea
very
sleep forever?
strange thing to say, Bjorn.
It's true, it's a Iconian proverb.
Tattoo is better than
That's the
sleeping
bullshit that
forever.
Bjorn comes out with.
Some fucked up canon right there.
It's going to come up again when you're trying to say lesser of two evils. Tattoo is better than sleeping forever.
That'll never see World Anvil, I tell you now.
A tattoo is better than sleeping forever.
It's from the Warlock and the Hammer, or whatever.
Jesus, I forgot about that. So,
I'm
as
just
you
going
are,
to turn and look at him alright. I still don't want a tattoo of a bleeding apple, though.
I mean,
Rub it a
I
little
could,
bit.
we could try and remove it, but I don't think you'd probably enjoy the
I fear
process.
that would be more painful than just growing my hair.
If it helps, it's quite well done.
it can't be seen unless you move yet.
Yeah. I'm just going to
Yeah.
keep my hair
It's only because you felt it that you knew it was there.
I'm going to kill the little angry apple man next time we see him, just so you're aware.
I'm ambivalent, but I think the Fae, to my knowledge, are rarely so easily killed.
I will be better next time we see him. It's fine.
I will have levelled up the next time I see him. Having a
I will
bit
have taken a feat
Having a
that will
rich
allow me
moment.
to kill him more easily.
Face Slayer.
I was just
Don't you worry.
basing it off Rhea's ability to get out of trouble, despite falling into it.
He looked like a much different Fae than
It's true.
a much different, more different. He looked different to Rhea. Not that I'm saying that Rhea would be hard to kill. I'm just gonna kill, and she's
It's
just
okay. Enough.
trot
You're
off.
Good. You're good.
It looks quite nice. It's
Maybe
well
you
done.
should get one too.
Matching apple tattoos. I mean, sure. I should I
When
just
did
get it?
that happen? When did he do that? I'm just like,
It didn't
Magic.
near you. Not that we saw.
well, you've got an apple, haven't you? If you eat it, just beware that we might have matching tattoos afterwards.
Just smile.
Aw, friends forever.
I'm not averse to
I-
having a matching tattoo with you, Elk. I'm just letting you know.
Bound forever to milk. So as you trot along, it does approach the first evening of your trek. It would have taken you probably 3 days walk, easy, like constant, follow the path, don't leave the path, to get to Lento. But the horses will take a day off that, no problems. So you probably get to Lento tomorrow evening. You could probably make it midday, but you'd have to blast the ponies and horses. So as the evening approaches and you set up your camp, the horses are fed and given a pat on the ass.
What about the rest of us?
You don't eat and you don't pat each other on the ass. The horses pat you on the ass back. There you go.
Horse like.
As you set up your camp for the evening, who is doing what watch when?
I'll stay up first.
Are you staying alone?
That's up to everybody else. I'm going to settle down with my swords and say, I'll stay first. I've got things to do.
I'll do the first with Etheria.
Cool.
Okay, I'll do second with Velk.
Cool.
Just volunteering.
Whereas like
Velk.
fucking
Rhea gets to do
cheers.
a third with the acquaintance.
Oh
What did I
no!
ever
You
do?
together are even worse than me and Velk.
I'm not convinced. Right, so Althea and Etheria, cool, greatest names to partner up. You sitting down, Etheria, you're going through your sword rituals, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Give me a Arcana check.
Definitely using a reroll if this goes wrong. Oh shit, that bounced out. Can I keep it?
What's the number?
Dirty 20.
What, the one on the floor?
It's still on my desk. It just bounced out of the tray.
I don't care if it bounced out the tray. I thought you'd launched it like outside into the car park.
Nah. Dirty 20.
Cool. As you are attending your sword, the entire blade does the same ethereal disappearing act that the small segment of it did the night before. And as you turn to tell Althea, you see 3 Altheas sat just round where Althea is sat, just looking at it's a small fire that you probably use for cooking rather than heat. And as Althea looks around and stuff, she doesn't react, or none of them react to the other two's presence. And they just mimic each other exactly.
They all mirror images.
Yeah, essentially.
exactly the same.
Yeah. There's no difference to her.
Jump at my swords, jump at that, as like carry on as best as I can while like, Althea?
Hmm?
Which one are you?
Can I see the... What do you mean, which one am I?
There's 3 of you.
There's not.
It's gravy time. I got to do it, man. It's a follower thing.
There's currently one of me. There can be 2 of me, but it's not me. It seems to be like someone linked to my past. But there's one of me.
Right, so I've seen your... I don't know what they're called.
Echo.
I've seen your echoes. This is different. There's 3 of you. They're you. They're not your echoes.
The 2 begin to
Etheria.
change Etheria. And the one on the left, the armour covers more and more of Althea's flesh. It becomes bulkier. It is got a shine to it, similar to when you've just finished cleaning your blade, and it's got that like new by smell. Do you know what I mean? It's got a glint to it. The armour is glorious. There are peacock motifs all around the armour. You can see the feathers and the eye upon the feathers, like over the breastplate. The helmet has a plume of peacock feathers. Her sword is elongated like that of like Ravenholm and such, or maybe Viconia. It's thick bladed. It's not the short or short-ish. I mean, it's still a decent length, but gladius type weapon. Her shield It's not necessarily bigger, but seems to have a presence about it on this left-hand side, echo. And when Althea lit up in Clay Eye, and that light started to spread from her, it now seems to be the same light, but an aura around the one on the left. The one on the right unclips their armour and cast it aside, and as they cast it aside, it just becomes nothing, dust and glitter and the wind. And all they are left with is a bit of a battle leather war skirt. Muscles kind of... I mean, Althea is, cross-fitted off her face. But there's a thickness to this Althea. The shield, she bends in half, casts it aside. The helmet she takes off, her hair now is intertwined with peacock feathers. Like braids, like braided into the hair behind her head. They reach down to the sand, rub it in their hands, and they just put 2 dusty marks across their cheeks. The sword you see Althea use just becomes elongated, and longer and longer. And she puts it on the back of her shoulder, easily needs to be wielded with 2 hands. And you see these 2 images of Althea either side of your Althea in the middle.
I blush even pinker as well. Still swords. But and I describe the one in armour first. I says, do you have a thing for peacocks?
Don't have a thing for peacocks. They are part of the Etorian pantheon. There's 12 animals, one of which is a peacock. My Echo has had peacock motifs on it before. I think my celestial lineage might have something to do with it.
Well, the one on your right, it looks kind of like a paladin of a peacock. It's all the armour and it's a shield and stuff, and it's glowing.
Nice.
The one on the other side, well,
If Shauna were here.
you remember, Shauna?
I remember Shauna.
Well, yeah.
She looks like a blacksmith? I don't understand.
She looks like she can handle herself.
Suddenly a tiefling?
She looks like she could handle the blacksmith. Wow. These are your ancestors?
Althea, give me a perception check.
Plus nothing, so that's a 9.
As you were, Tony. There are 12 rerolls still available.
I'll describe the other one. It's got the yes, skirt. Long sword.
It's armour, but
and not much else, but still likes peacocks.
Your modest is covered, Althea. I want just having a fanfic moment for myself.
That's not what I'm drawing. No, they're very much less armoured. I've heard of barbarian fighters. They remind me of those. You can't see this?
no.
Sip.
Normally I'm in control of the people that show up. But these aren't echoes. How strange.
I ask if this has happened before, but well,
I mean, has it happened to you before to you? This is a you thing. Like, I don't think anyone else would be able to see these things either.
Your blade's still not returned, Etheria. You've got the handle in your hand, but there's no blade.
well, there's this, but I don't think it's related.
You just see Etheria holding the handle of a sword.
The sword is gone. You've just got the... Is that normal? I don't know. I've never met a sorcerer fighter before. I don't know how you wield your weapon, but...
Well, I don't know. I'm just feeling it out, and last night something similar happened, but on a part, and now it's gone.
It's gone completely, and you can see something that I can't see, and that I don't think anyone else would be able to see. So, could that be linked? Does your sword give you the power to Don't know.
As you are talking, Althea, you notice that Aetheria's blade is beginning to return and take form, or at least you can see it reappearing. As that, in the exact same momentum of conversation, Aetheria, you notice that the two echoes are also fading.
They're
Your
going.
sword's returning. They're that's crazy.
I don't understand.
A few moments later, your sword has fully reappeared, and the two echoes of Althea have gone.
Wow. Huh. And wipe it down and sheath it.
Your sword is clearly more powerful than any weapon I've ever seen. If it gives you the power to see echoes into other planes, the past, the future, I don't know what you just saw, but it's clearly real, because how would you know about the peacock?
My blade's not magical. Well,
It is. I've worked with a lot of blades and none of them do that.
my blade wasn't magical. This is... I don't know. This is just something I've been... I suppose putting myself into it?
Are you doing that with any kind of like Bjorn prays to Costo for, you know, what he does? Are you praying to any kind of ancestor or deity, or how are you putting yourself into it?
No, my magic is... I was born with it. The closest I have to a deity would be the trees, I guess, but I don't pray to them. They didn't give me my abilities.
Well, I don't know much about magic at all, but I would maybe suggest finding where your magic draws from. I think all magic comes from somewhere. If you say it's like your bloodline, look into that, I guess. I'm looking into mine for different reasons.
I believe my teachers, they were interested in it, but they could never tell me where it came from exactly. It scared people back my first home, but...
Well, I'm sure we're going to have the opportunity to travel to lots of different places and speak to lots of different people, so I'd suggest that, that's not a normal sword, and if it's just literally from you putting, yourself and putting the time to... you've made that happen. If that sword wasn't magical before, and you've done it unintentionally, so if I were you, I'd want to find out how.
Yeah. I'd like to speak to my teachers, but they're a long way away right now. Oh. I'll settle in and probably chat more shit, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to settle down and think about what Etheria saw, and yeah, that's it.
Who takes over? Is it Faze and Velk?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You are awoken.
A message.
Who are you messaging?
I message Velk again. Your turn, Velk.
Perfect. Thank you.
Like the Undertaker. Just.
I've seen how this party reacts to being woken up. I'm doing it from 30 feet.
Just wakes up as starts with a knife, scratch.
Ooh, wrong character.
As Etheria and Althea go to sleep, and Velk and Faze are taking the middle of the night watch, is there anything you wish to do, discuss, blow up?
I just stop blowing everything now. I will, unless Faze does anything, as I'm walking around, the watch, I'll just be making the little images and sort of stuff from throughout the day.
And that is exactly what I wanted to watch.
You only see one out of place character. You don't see the others. You see the wandering monk type character that was there in the first time. They do not cast a shadow at all in any of Velk's retellings of the day, like recreation of where you were all standing or moving around, or any recreation of the last, however Velk is catching up. Whenever you see this monk character and they're completely out of place in your storytelling, they do not cast a shadow at all. But what you do notice about them, Velk, it's up to you if you notice instead of just getting out the Tipex. But Faiz, what you do notice is
any of them that are out of place, I'll just be
Yep. What you notice, Faiz, is when they take a step in Velk's story, whether it be alongside a horse or back at the bridge or anything, sand shifts around their feet. And then you can see Velk. He gets rid of them once, gets rid of them twice, and they don't return.
So, once Velk's finished wandering around and collating the day's experiences, mundane as they have been involving horses, hey, Velk,
Yeah.
what's with the extra characters?
What do you mean extra characters?
Well, the dude with the sand around his feet who wasn't actually in the story today that you sort of wafted away.
With the sand around their feet.
Yeah, every step they took, there were little swirls of sand. They walked alongside the horses for a while and you took them away. There were other characters in yesterday's.
I don't know who you're talking.
Really?
Would you like an insight check?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Very, very much so. Though I have a horrible feeling that Velk is going to be very, very good at lying.
Can't just assume he's lying.
No, I'm not assuming
There's
he's
not
lying.
a word out of his mouth that's for true.
I rolled a 17, so 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Velk has
Then,
no idea
nothing.
what you're talking about. But he also may be very good at lying. Fucking genius. Don't trust this wanker. 20 sessions he's been with us.
No, I don't. I'm starting to see, Velk, that there are some things you do that you might not be entirely aware of.
What do you mean?
Well, every day you collate your day's stories and images into pictures on the page, right? And you see them moving around.
I spend the day narrating your story,
Mhm.
and then, I think about them. I was thinking about them just now.
Yes, but while you're thinking about them, they appear on the book. And you edit the story for any extra bits.
I'm not here to edit any story.
No. You...
For some reason, you've still got the cow people following you. I need to change that music. You carry on.
There are occasional extra characters that show up in your stories that happened yesterday and then again tonight, and they show up as images on the pages.
I'm simply telling your story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling your story as it happens.
Well, Velk, maybe one day we'll get to the bottom of what I'm clearly hallucinating. And I'm just going to pat him on the shoulder and then sit down to do the rest of the watch. I accept.
Okay. Are you okay? You're hallucinating?
I'm fine. I'm a little worried that you're hallucinating. But your complete lack of belief makes it difficult to convince you.
Give me a perception check, Fizz.
Okay. I was about to automatically add my other character's perception to it.
I mean, whatever you want, however you want to treat is up to you. Like
89.
Okay. On the roll the d4.
65.
I'm playing the other one. Is it 3.5? It's massive numbers.
I rolled a 17.
Cool. Carry on your conversation for now.
Yeah. As long as you're okay.
The thing is, Velk, in the evenings, you're very much yourself. And you're yourself during the day too, but you're there as the narrator. And I can see that that's different for you, for some reason. But in the evenings you do something else too. Maybe I'll stop you midway through it tomorrow and try and catch you and point out what you're doing.
Okay. I don't know what to say.
We're friends, right, Belk?
I'd consider you a friend.
I consider you a friend too.
Insight check the pair of you.
A little weird friend, but a friend
I'm-
nevertheless. And I feel like there might be something you're not telling us. Then you're entitled to your secrets, of course. That doesn't stop me being curious.
I tried to tell you everything. I am me. I'm here for your story.
But you're not a gnome.
What do you mean? I'm Velk.
You are definitely Velk. That is indisputable. I wholeheartedly agree. You are Velk. But you changed your face into that of a young boy?
I haven't changed my face at all.
You were a young boy and you caused a distraction. With
know.
Bjorn.
I read back some of the story, and Bjorn had a conversation with a young boy from Buxy Bay.
Do you want an insight check?
Yes, please.
Feel free to just throw these out, so I don't have to ask you.
I don't want to. You once said don't ask for insight checks. I'll tell you if you're allowed to do an insight check. So I'm just not doing that. Rolled 13, so that'd be 18. 18.
As far as you can see, Volk's been very, very honest.
Yeah. You're interesting, though. Either you're the world's most accomplished liar, or there are things going on inside your own head that you're not sure of, but that we get to see. Both of which are a little concerning, to be honest.
I mean, I'm not trying to hide anything from you. I'm simply me. I'm here for your story.
I don't think you are trying to hide anything from me, necessarily. But I do enjoy spending our watches together, and thank you for the company. And I know it sounds like I'm grilling you, and I apologise. I'm just interested.
It's fine. Ask away.
You're an open book, right, Belk?
It's one way to put it.
I am the book. So as your go on.
That's it.
Cool. As your watch goes on, and you get ready to wake up Bjorn and Rhea, Velk potters off, snuggles into his thing. Just as you kind of look over your shoulder and look at him, and he rolls over to snuggle, and you see on the back of his neck a bleeding apple towel.
Hey, Velk,
Yes.
I like your new tattoo.
What do you mean?
You have a bleeding apple on the back of your neck to match his.
Okay. I don't. Sure.
I think that guy's apples might have been a bit shady. Maybe it'll fade in a few days.
I don't know what to say.
That's okay. Night, Velk.
Sweet dreams.
Are you talking to Velk and he's not in like Velk mode? Do you ever feel like you've slapped a child? Like,
Yes!
He just looks
All
so
the
like
time. Innocent.
Absolutely.
Innocent and confused, always like, oh my god, I'm going to hurt his feelings. It's funny because I don't feel that way with Eddie at all.
Nobody does. So as Velk rolls over and goes to sleep, Faze, you wake up Bjorn and Rhea.
Yeah,
I think maybe.
I do. I wake up Bjorn and Rhea, but I'm going to go, hey, guess what?
What?
Velk now has a matching tattoo to match Althea's tattoo. They both have apples.
This is
I
probably
know
the
it's
first
probably
time you've ever seen Faze this giddy.
I know it's probably a bad thing, and it's probably like an apple-based curse or something that's going to turn out to be horrible, but I just think it's really funny.
Before you go to sleep, Fizz.
Yeah.
I am not the only one who has been victim of bad choices of food.
It's all about you.
Yes, what's your point?
Althea apparently ate an apple from the dickhead we met with Gideon.
Absolutely no need.
And would have, it was Fey food, and they would have slept forever, cursed to sleep, had I not negotiated for the antidote and fed it to them.
Would you have actually let that
Insight check
happen?
this.
Had I not been a hero,
I-
saved Althea's life.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my rational skepticism on this one, just having seen Bjorn negotiate.
Are you going to insight check?
No,
Okay,
Just-
cool.
I choose to accept it. Either way, you got the antidote, that's fine.
Okay.
Yes. However, there is a chance that he wouldn't have let her sleep forever, or that he was winding you up. But the tattoos are funny.
Perhaps just accepting the apple is enough to get the tattoo?
Or Velk actually ate it.
Velk never ate the apple. You can see the apple by his bed, like all his gear. The apple's still sat with his stuff.
I honestly don't know. But I'm quite glad I didn't fancy an apple.
Maya
I
just
did
kind
think-
of like stretches in yours and goes, "So, are they best friends now?"
Yes, that's what matching tattoos mean. We'll have to get one, Rhea.
Colossus BFF.
Rhea,
Okay then.
you're Faye. Any... The yawning's catching and I'm trying so hard to resist. Faye Poo.
I got right. I got Ray.
I nearly called you your own character name. Faye Poo. Is it common to feed people and then tattoo them permanently with the object that they accepted?
Hold on. She stops and thinks and turns to the DM.
I mean, there's definitely, lore / made up stories / fact that mortals are not fair interacting with fair and sharing objects, whether they be edible or otherwise, can be considered a binding of such, or a prank, or they might just do things like someone's hair will fall out, or you get marked forever, or you've got the bestest friend in the world forever, or the worst enemy in the world forever. There are lots and lots of fae giving things to non-fae and ruining their lives. And you come from a place, Unseelie Fae, where most of those that may have happened in your little clan were quite detrimental to the person. However, you've never met a red cap in your forest.
Sharing things with Faye can be a bit weird, but it depends on the Fae's intentions behind it. It's like me sharing something with you, unless I put an intention behind it and some magic and stuff, then probably, something, but it really varies.
You are
Maybe
also...
we should get...
Sorry, Ray. This one is for yourself to share or otherwise. You've always been advised not to share it. If the non-fae simply gets the fae to agree that there's nothing bad about this exchange of gift and it's totally legit and freely given, nothing happens. It's that simple to get out of the complexity of whatever it is has been exchanged.
Okay, thanks.
So, is it worth getting Velk to do some sort of identification on the apple? Would that work?
I'm going to turn on my Eldritch Sight,
Going
Couldn't
to
hurt to try.
and I'm going to
Eldritch
look at
Sight's
the
an
apple.
Is this an apple?
No aura at all. Okay.
What about the tattoos, Bjorn?
What about the tattoos?
Althea pings as magical, but she did before. You get the divine energy from her.
But not the tattoo specifically.
Not that you can pinpoint.
What about Velks? It's just under the edge of his little sleep cap there, look.
I'll have a look at Valks as well.
Velk's asleep and we're all like
cap.
this around the edge.
Velk holds a similar aura of magic. Not divine, but has a magical aura around them. Again, you've seen it before. You've seen them cast magic. It might just be residue from their skill set. You don't know.
You know that, like, just because there's a tattoo there, it doesn't necessarily mean that the tattoo itself is magical. What cast it could be magical, but that would dissipate and it's a long-term effect.
That's very comforting, Rare. Alright, well, there's nothing we can do tonight, but we should speak to both of them in the morning. Well, I'll speak to Velk late
I
at
say
night
we just
tomorrow.
never tell them. It'd be a lot funnier.
I think we probably should, though. It's one of those friends things. You have to make sure that you tell people things that could be detrimental to them to make sure that they can mitigate any effects.
Sounds less funny.
I know. I'm sorry.
Right, drags herself up and sits next to the campfire.
Cool.
Mortals, eh?
You go to sleep first?
Yeah.
Cool. Raya, Bjorn, you've got the rest of the night's watch leading into the morning. You are aware that you could probably hit Lento, mad rush by lunchtime, but if you let people sleep and chill and stuff like that, you get there for the evening anyway. Do you wish to do anything with your watch? Do you wish to talk, blow anything up, etc.?
I wanted to maybe talk to Rhea a little.
Shit the bed. Bringing out the big guns.
Rhea?
See how this goes.
As soon as you said that, we lost 3 viewers, I'm just saying.
Rhea? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Depends on what the questions are and if I can answer them.
Nothing too intrusive, or I hope it is not anyway. As I said, I'm not good at reading social cues, but...
Apparently neither am I, she yawns and stretches.
I wanted to know more about you, where you are from. What is it? What was your home like growing up?
Home? It was the woods.
Is the woodland on this plain?
Yeah, definitely is. She quickly pulls up a map that she was sent. Yeah. It's like, so, from what I can remember, I think it's like the other side of a harbour? Something like that. I don't know, I didn't really pay attention. I kind of accidentally just wound up with some gypsies and there I was.
And were there a great deal of people like you there?
2 of us. But it also depends on what you mean by a great deal. Like, a great deal, 20?
2.
2,000?
I suppose a large town's worth of people?
Okay,
Like
so we've been to
Clay,
certain
for
towns.
example?
No, definitely
But you said there were also a minotaur, the bull-headed folk?
Oh, that was at another place. That was the place I ended up being, and I can't remember what that place is called now. It seems relatively unimportant at the time, but I'll wind back up there at some point.
And why did you leave home?
Just thought there were things that were a little bit more interesting. There's only so much that you can do in a stretch of forest, and the gypsies that would dance around and stuff like that. They seem like pretty cool. Like the stories they were telling. Like, I wanted to see that. Don't get me wrong. I then freaked out about it once I then got there. But I'm learning.
I think we have at least that much in common then. A wanderlust, as it were.
Is that why you left your place?
It is always why I wanted to leave. Fortunately, Costa gave me a reason,
What was that?
but I was presented with a dream. One of many that Costa has given me over the years. But in that dream, I was shown a criminal, a thief, a dancer, a woman who had stolen wings, and Costa bid me exact vengeance on them.
Kind of hugs the wings around herself. Okay. The woman
Not-
going around stealing wings.
Apparently, yes.
And we're going
Though-
to find this person. No, I like to keep my wings, thank you very much.
You will not have to give yours up.
Well,
I
by the
will
sounds of
protect
it,
you.
she's taking them. She's a thief.
She has taken one set.
Whose? Do we know whose? Is it yours? Because you don't have any from what I can see. And she kind of leans over and tries to look at that.
I do not have some all of the time. Only when I unleash my nature, and only for a short period. I do find myself jealous of your ability to fly whenever you wish.
Why can't you fly whenever you wish?
I can, but only for a minute or so. And then I must have a long rest before I can do so again.
Oh, sorry. Like,
No, you are right, it does.
well, if I was stronger, I'd take you flying, but I will drop you.
It is quite alright. Thank you for
Maybe
your offer.
one day I'll get like Althea and then be able to pick you up and then we'll go flying.
Perhaps we could get you a potion of strength.
We can do that?
They have those, yes. In some places, I've heard.
Where? We need to find it now. You know this place that we're going to, do they have them?
Perhaps an alchemist.
I would love to be able to be strong.
We would need to, in that case, very probably keep some of the coin that we find so that we can purchase the potion.
Okay. Could we not just ask for it?
We can, but they will
Okay.
very probably ask for coin. And you remember the conversation about goods and services we had 3 days ago?
He pulls out a notebook. Flicks through. Yes.
That is one of the goods that you can exchange the coin for.
So you're telling me that these little things, and pulls out the coin that she was told that she couldn't let go of.
Not that one, but yes.
Okay, not this one, but something like this one. I could pay to make people make me strong.
Yes.
This is a game changer.
We own a steroid dealer.
Tune in next week, folks, when Rhea becomes addicted to steroids.
We will see if we can find an alchemist for you. And
A what?
an alchemist, like Remy, but trained and with a modicum of talent.
Ah, okay.
Remy,
You're asleep.
Someone who actually labels their bottles and knows what they have made before they make it.
And they don't go,
That-
it
that
could
was
do
the
this,
reason
or
you
it might
drank
do
them
that.
all.
Ah,
But yes, there are alchemists that can do this. There were shamans in my people who could do this also. If you ever travel to Vaconia, I will introduce you to one and we will see what they can do for you. There are also, I believe, if the legends and the stories are true, magical items that would make the change more permanent.
oh. Wait, so these potion thingies, they don't last forever?
No, they do not,
So why would you pay money for that?
because they are sometimes useful in a pinch. For
But
example,
it's really hard.
these healing potions that we have,
Yeah.
we would not use them normally on a day-to-day basis because we do not need the kind of magical healing that they provide. But if we got into a fight and were up against it, then this could mean the difference between life and death. Again, these are items that we can exchange coin for.
Could we exchange? So you're telling me that we could give that potion to someone and then they give us money?
Yes.
So let's do that. And then we'll buy the magical items that make me strong. So then we don't have to keep buying potions to keep me strong.
That makes sense, actually. Yes, we could. Or we could find the coin. Or we could earn the coin by doing jobs for people.
That sounds like it's going to take a really long time.
Raya, as you say that and you look at Bjorn, Bjorn's not moving or reacting, not talking. There's no breeze about his beard or his hair. Seems quiet. You look around just to check, like the rest of them. Everyone's sleeping perfectly still. Fairz's hair doesn't move. There's no breathing movements coming from them all. It is a standstill of time. You look around, nothing in the sky. There's no sparkle to the stars. What you do know, what you intrinsically know as a druid and as an unseelie fae, is that you are in the final moments of night before the first light of dawn would appear. And your sound around you changes as if you are somewhere else. Or at least when I press play. This should come through.
Slightly, but yeah. I think it's just taking a minute to kick in.
There is an emptiness to wherever it is you are. A wind blowing through a empty, great courtroom. It is hard to define the vision as it starts to reveal itself to you, as if the reality you're used to with Bjorn and that around you starts to peel away like old paint flaked off a wall. And once that old image has been scratched away, you see this great courtroom. Great gargoyles of huge wolves sat upon tall pillars decorate all the left and right of this courtroom. It seems no one has been here for forever. There are torches, and the wind as it catches the torches flicker, and you hear the flapping of the flames, but they do not blow them out. Sounds of things tapping away in the distance, falling downstairs. A storm begins to gather. You can hear it beyond the windows that stare out into a night sky in this storm-walled courtroom that you're in, and it is vast, larger than any interior building you've ever witnessed and only heard of in tall tales in taverns. There are stairs to this court that lead up to several chairs that would hold those who sit there in a place that they could look down upon the rest of the courtroom. The gargoyle wolves are surrounded by other gargoyles of strange, twisted features of teeth and claw. At the top of this flight of stairs where these chairs sit, these wooden seats of import, there is an enormous ebony wolf sat on its back legs, proud, feet down, in a howl towards the ceiling of the courtroom. You hear a voice. Lord Everdark, the ritual is ready. From the wolf, the ebony wolf at the top, a figure appears and walks to the top of the stairs and looks down the stairs. You now see a person within this courtroom. Still at the edges of this vision, you see that flaked paintwork of reality, or at least what you thought was reality. At the bottom of the stairs is a person who appears to be very well dressed. They are stood straight. They are stood with a posture you've not really come across so far. but they seem to be awaiting something, stood still, but not in the same way that Bjorn was, that you can no longer see, but in wait. And as you have a moment of curious panic, maybe, you do see that Faze, Velk, Althea, Etheria and Bjorn are within the courtroom, the same amount of distance they were away from you in the Etorian camp, but they are as they were when you last looked, frozen in time, it would seem. Again the voice, Lord Everdark, the ritual has begun. The humanoid at the top of the stairs that walks from the ebony wolf statue, and this thing is maybe 20-25 feet from the floor to the tip of the nose where it's howling. This humanoid steps forward past these chairs, these seats, these thrones, and stands at the top, looking down. You see a deep, deep plum purple carpet roll out down the stairs like silk and water, and a waterfall cascading down towards this person. This, whoever it may be, is awaiting a command, a conversation, something. Whoever is answering to the Lord Everdark at the top of the stairs. Following this cascading silken purple carpet that rolls out before them, and it rolls out as water would. It spreads, it's not a single file carpet. You notice that with each step they take, it actually rolls in behind them and forms their own cloak as they step closer and closer to the person at the bottom of the stairs. And in a strange, almost dance-like way, as the humanoid from the top of the stairs meets the human at the bottom of the stairs, the silken, water-esque purple cloak is now part of this person and rolls out back up the stairs as if they have an enormous train of this watery silk for their cloak. The clothing of the person that came down the stairs is immaculate, and again nothing you've ever seen before. It has a strange filigree of pattern within the material, and there is a mixture of purples and reds beneath, and a charcoal, like real dark grey, close to black sort of trim around the filigree. It is fitted, they stand tall. You can't tell if their broad shoulders are because of their clothing or if indeed they are a broad individual. They do not carry the physical presence that you would expect from maybe Bjorn in full battle mode or Althea calling to the arenas, but they definitely take up the space they are in. For some reason they own this particular space. It is theirs, and it is as if it is an extension of themselves. Again, you hear Lord Everdark, and he stops. A hand reaches out and just puts a finger on their lips and comes back. I heard you the first time. What I didn't want is our guest to constantly hear your whining voice. Now, prepare a meal. We have a daughter of twilight with us, and her face turns towards you, Rhea, and staring straight at you are golden eyes with slits like that of a canine. A strong jaw, if ever there was a description. The presence, there is an animalistic vibe. You feel it with your druidic essence. Reminds you of the forest that you grew up in. There is something primal about this person who has been addressed as Lord Everdark. And as they stare at you, they take 2 steps forward and beckon you And before you can do anything, you take 2 steps forwards to them. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Okay.
That's where we're gonna fucking what?
I personally can play until I go to work tomorrow.
I personally
Day off.
don't have any glasses, and it is killing me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right. So,
Oh.
holy shitballs. That was a pretty good session, kids. Bit daft, but we got some serious stuff as well.
We're always daft.
Thank you, Plank of Wood. Thanks for the first time. Right. Well, that's it. That's the end of the session, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in. 20 plus most of the session. That was great. Thank you very much for the chat. It was amazing, and the bits and the raid. Thank you very much for the raid. It's been cool. Thanks for those that had a free Monday and joined. Cheers, Maybonics. We are back tomorrow with Fables Among Titans. And we've got Carbon 2185 on Thursday. And then we've got our charity stream on Saturday, 24 hours, in the same world of Colossus, in the Nation of Furia. Eddie will be Dungeon Mastering it, aka Mr. Valentine, aka Velt Tumbleword. I'll get to play. And we're going to have a cool old time at the weekend. So please tune in, and thanks for all the follows. It's been great. Thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. I got to go to bed. Right, so for now, say good night, players.
Good night,
good night,
players.
players.
Ciao.
Bye.
See you later, folks. Take
Ciao.
care. Bye-bye. Ciao.
Bye.